Hello.
Hello there.
The only reason we're all here early is because Sotik really did advertise. Guys, remember, we're an hour early today. Don't forget, don't forget. Please, everybody remember, hour earlier.
I mean, my streaming setup is actually working, so I'm here a little bit earlier instead of right on the dot.
I got two very good points just now.
Oh, yes, I am.
I just got like a nat 20 and an 18. God, I hope I can use. I have to use this, guys. I pray.
Has everyone leveled up?
I am.
Yep.
Oh, very nice. It's about to go down.
Yeah, level 10.
Howdy.
We can't hear you.
I can't hear you at all. You're lighting up, but nothing's coming out. Yeah, right.
What? Hello?
Hello.
Alright, so who wants to recount the story? I think you said you did, Grim. You got here so you could practice your retelling story.
Shit. Well, as I have been put in the forefront as obviously the most charismatic person here, what happened last time is Awen, Arvio, and Grim as a guest went on a murder mystery while everybody else didn't do a whole lot. But I think we have narrowed it down to not Ava, at least. As to actually, let's rewind. We ended up finding a body in the first mate's quarters, viciously stabbed several times, and thrown out a window. Oh wait, there was no body. I'm doing great this week, guys. I'm great.
I think the best part about last session was how we got those seagulls to taste so good.
That's true. That's basically the most important thing that happened.
Pretty much.
Some would say that's the only thing that happened.
I mean,
Pretty
yeah.
much. A lot of speculating, but the best thing was full seagulls, and it tasted alright.
And before we start, I do have a question. I don't expect to be able to yoink any sort of like leather armor, but can I have at this point, with Awen's permission, because he is the one holding the pole? Oh, that's a sentence. That I may have been able to yoink the hand crossbow, and the thieves' tools?
That's up to Awen.
That is up to Awen.
And crossbow and thieves' tools to what? From Ava's stuff?
Yes.
She kept the hand crossbow, but you can have the
Okay.
thieves' tools.
Fantastic. This will totally not blow up in anybody's faces in the long run. I say as I walk away. I don't think that'll fit.
Yeah, and I don't even have leather armor from Ava either.
I wasn't expecting to find it. I figured, you know,
Yeah.
it's fine. We'll pick some up. It'll be fine.
And you
Can't
tell
cost-
me you guys didn't strip her naked and then send her off into the woods?
Nope.
She was definitely still wearing clothes.
And she was clucking like a chicken.
That's true.
All right. Anything else anybody wanted to do as they leveled up? No? Sounds good.
Great.
So as you
I meditated on my inner self and struggled with my inner beast.
did you find a hole to walk into?
It wasn't a happy portal this time. Teasing.
Alright, so as you all find yourself now in the city, oh, I pressed the wrong button. City of Ostium. You have docked. You just got done talking to Bren, saying you were going to go off and find some food. He told you not to worry about the other stuff because your agreement was just buying food. So you all walk down the gangplank onto the deck, the dock. You've walked across. There's several ships here. Some are still moored or anchored out in the port. So a lot are up on the dock as well. It's just a bustle of people running about. It's hard to walk through without somebody kind of slightly bumping into you or anything. Cranes are like pulling cargo out of ships or putting cargoes in the ship. You hear lots of yelling. You can see where you're at on the dock district here. They're pretty low buildings, like a 2, maybe 3 stories at the most, and you can see taller buildings back in the city. And there is kind of a rise as the city heads up a cliff, or not a cliff, but a hill. You hear the people yelling. You can smell all sorts of things, body odors. These sailors get way too close for some of your comfort. Fish, the salt of the water itself. You can also smell among that like food and things cooking from some of the storefronts. And you walk onto the paved city streets, and you just stand here in the middle of these people. They kind of break up and walk around you as you all come to a solid position. Nobody really seems to bother you or say anything to you. You're just another face among the many of thousands who live here or who visit here. You do hear an odd person in the background going, aye, 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 aye.
Oh, don't worry about that. That's a homeless person. They're everywhere.
A big grin comes across my face. I blend right in here.
Oh, finally a fucking city. Ah.
But do any of us know how to get food for travel on a ship? Then I look over at Yorick.
Well, there certainly has to be merchants that sell food.
Well, I imagine it wouldn't be. If you think about it, it wouldn't be that far from the docks for convenience sake, any sort of merchants district. After all, if you're doing any sort of logistical trade, there's probably going to be a lot of goods coming in through the docks. So it's probably going to be a place adjacent to here.
It's probably one of the things that we should wrap up first before we start going inward.
Yeah.
Get a map. Fantastic. That's a great idea. Or just a general idea of where we're going.
We could just walk and see if we see any street signs.
Seeing that I'm considerably taller than most people around here, so can I see any signs that are stand out that might be indicating somebody's shop of food and supplies and sundries?
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
I am so proficient in this.
Oh, yeah, pretty good roll. One second. All right, so as you're standing there and you're kind of looking around over the heads of people, you do notice kind of, I guess we'll just say like northwards, you do see like people taking cargo and wagons and stuff up this way. But you also see them kind of heading down this way with them, so it's kind of like a split direction. But as far as the scanning for signs, you don't see any street signs, but you do see a sign on a building pretty close to you that's hanging off the side of it, like it's a marker of what that place is.
And what is that? What does the marker look like?
From this distance, you can't read the writing on it, but you do think it has a mermaid on it that looks to be diving into water.
Hey, there's a picture of a half person, half fish. They probably sell stuff there.
I'm not sure.
I'd love to get a hold of one of them to cook.
That seems like half cannibalism, I feel. Wait, I guess
Does
you're
it
not-
taste good, though?
I look right at you and I'm like, what? You've never had human before?
No, that's fucked up. There are quite a... We have a human, a half human, and a me, which I'm sure there was some human in here somewhere at some point.
Yeah, I'm like the only human here.
Yeah.
Full human.
Awen's halfway there.
So I will start trying to push my way through the crowd to that direction.
I will just
Go behind him. Yeah.
I will position myself in the wake.
All right. Well, push you do not need to do, because as people see you coming, they kind of, not fearfully, but you're a big guy and you're a bugbear, so they just kind of get out of your way as you're marching in that direction, easily making a wake behind you. You guys head down the docks a little bit, and you find yourself standing in front of this. It's a large building, and 3 stories tall. The sign hanging off of it again has a mermaid diving into water, and underneath it in common is written "Mermaid's Last Dive." It's just a half-timbered building, slate roof. Looks like it has a large drinking area and some rooms up on the upper 2 floors. But you guys make your way inside of it.
What's a mermaid?
That's a good question. What is a mermaid?
Look around at it. It does look appetizing though. I'd like to
Again,
cook one.
maybe like from the waist down. Yes.
Does any one of us know what this picture of this person is? Type of being?
You can give me a history check, anybody who wants to. It's going to be a roll DC. A low DC. Not that
Feel
low.
like-
That low?
Here's the thing, Sotik. Arvio's going to try, but he grew up in a desert.
It's for a little bit.
Well, Arvio's also traveled, and he's been on a couple ships before, and he's heard tales of these sea creatures that are half fish, half human that live out in the oceans. And apparently they have some kind of civilization out there, and they're considered a good omen if they're seen.
Okay, I understand. Yeah, mermaid. Right, I remember this now. Apparently they actually have like a civilization out there, and they're considered a good omen if you see them out at sea.
They seem pretty.
Arvio kind of does a side tilt, like looking at it, seeing if he almost as if he is trying to guess the logistics of how a certain thing would work before shaking his head and moving on.
The picture is horribly carved and painted, so what you're looking at is ugly. But Grim, I would say you probably heard stories that they're pretty.
Yeah. Okay, good to know.
Alright, well, I walk inside.
All right. So you all walk inside, and you are just in the middle. Just all your senses are just being assaulted by the smells that are mingling. The air is a haze with all the smoke going on. It's really loud. There's also kind of an odd heat to this room because everybody in here is just body heat while it is still cold for the season outside. So you just come in and it's almost like a shock to you, but you find yourselves just standing in the midst of this large bottom floor tavern. People are just drinking, playing games, and eating, and you see a couple people kind of like arguing with each other and in a drunken way, but not like actually, fist fighting or anything. But across the way, you see a counter, and you see a few people behind it, like getting mugs and stuff, and you see one who seems to be walking back and forth, taking orders from people, and he looks to be short, reddish hair, human, looks to be about middle-aged or so.
I'm going to walk up to him and say, "Sir, do you sell any of those half-fish creatures?"
Half fish creatures?
No,
Talking about a mermaid?
whatever they're called. Yes, I'd like to buy one. I'd like to cook it and eat it.
I've never heard of that before, but no, we don't sell them. It's a name.
Oh, okay. Oh no, I got my hopes up. I like cooking new things, try new dishes and delicacies.
Well, I have some roasted dragon and leek if you'd like some.
What the hell is a leaky?
Just a leek, like the vegetable.
Leek is a
Oh.
vegetable, yeah. I know
Right,
what it
it's like a
is.
weird onion thing. Okay.
I don't know what it is. I just know it tastes good. It goes well with dragon. You want some?
Fuck it.
Sure.
All right, 4 silver pieces.
Woo! All right. That's wait. Does that seem really pricey?
For a city, it seems like he's definitely like upmarking things, but also you would probably expect this in any city.
Okay, fair. That just seemed like wait a minute. Fine.
Yes, I will go ahead and pay him.
I will.
All
as
right.
well.
And
I'll
your
do the
companions and
same.
okay,
Yeah, I'll get the same.
and he'll take 4 silver from you, and he also looks at Grim and Leah. I guess if you two followed.
Leah will shake her head no.
I wasn't actually really paying attention. Sorry. So what happened?
It's not every day you get a chance to eat some dragon. You sure? He says, looking at you, Leah.
Well, I don't have those 4 silver thingies. Sorry.
Do it. I'll pay for you. Don't worry about it. I'll hand over 4 more.
All right, he takes it, and Grim, he was offering to 4 silver pieces for some roasted dragon and leek.
Oh. Okay, yeah. I'll join in with that as well.
All right, he takes it, and he kind of bends down. You can hear him rattling something under the counter, and stands up, and he says, 4 dragons and leeks. And he turns around. Anything you'd like to drink? You got brandy, wine, cider,
You
gin.
got some elven wine?
I would love some wine.
I pull out a tankard and say, "I will take some of your most hideous orc grog."
Wow.
Well, sure. And he takes it, and yeah, we got some elven wine. I guess for all this, another silver piece.
I'll take a bottle of brandy. The whole bottle.
No bottle? Oh. In that case, 2 silver. And he holds out his hand.
Wait,
I'll
does
give
the
him 2
wine
silver.
go? Wait, does the wine go for the same? In which case, I would totally love an entire bottle of wine for medical reasons.
Oh, no, that's a lot more. If you want a whole bottle of wine, it's going to be a gold.
I'll take that if it's the elven wine.
I will also take a gold like the helmet wine.
All right, then he holds out his hand for the coin.
2 electrum pieces is a gold, right?
I believe so, yes.
Cool, I'll give him gold.
I'll give him a gold piece.
All right, he takes the coin. He will come back and he will put the mug in front of you, Ulrich, and then he will hand the 2 of you, Arvio, and Grim a bottle of wine. Oddly enough, as you examine them, though, it looks like the label on it had been peeled off, and he also hands over. You said brandy, right?
Yeah.
Okay, he'll hand you a bottle of brandy.
I will drink it down in one full go.
All right. Well, being the big creature you are, you down that thing, and doesn't have a lot of effect on you, but does taste pretty much like orc brew.
I have a question. Did you drink that entire thing in one go because it tastes like shit, or is that just sort of how you roll?
How I roll, my friend.
Okay, well,
You want to share this again? Maybe not too much, like last time.
Yeah, I would like to be able to walk. Thank you.
oh, I forgot. Holy shit, that was good. Wow.
Yeah, the last time I had it, I woke up as a wolf.
Just let's stick to 1 cup.
Okay.
I feel like, never mind. I mean, by the way, sir, what is your name, by the way? Mr. Bartender.
Name is Rainy Gidsby. And
Rainy.
what's yours?
My name is Ario. Wonderful to meet you. While we are here, I was wondering if we could get a couple of directions. You see, we need to buy food for the ship we're on, and I am in the market for some armaments and magical trinkets of. Yes. So, could you point us in the right directions as to where we get food, armaments, and
The
magical items?
cartographer too, probably preferably.
That as well.
Well, you're looking for bulk food, yes?
Yes.
Well, you'll probably want to go up to the warehouse district, and you just head out the door, and you take a left. You keep the ocean sea to your right, and just make your way there. Eventually, you'll find them. That's where you'll probably have the most luck if you're trying to buy a ship full of food. As far as magical stuff goes, I'm not really sure about that. But if you go out the same door and go to the right, keeping the sea to your left, you'll eventually hit the merchant district, and there's signs everywhere. So you just kind of walk around until you find what you're looking for.
All right.
And who in here is usually the one who wins most of your drinking contests? As I let a big belch out.
That would be Finland. He's not here right now, but big old brute that likes to come in and drink every so often.
I would like to challenge him to a drinking contest.
Oh boy.
Well, if you come down after the sun goes down, he might be here. He usually is.
Ah, wonderful. Wonderful.
At this conversation, you hear a pop, and anybody who looks over, Arvio has unclogged the wine and just starts, has taken a big chunk.
Definitely looking at you.
All right. As you drink this wine, it is very dry and has a very sharp taste to it, and you can definitely feel it biting as it goes down.
I kind of catch myself a little I put it down.
I hold out my my tankard and say, "Hi, I'll take a little bit of that. It looks very good."
As you guys are saying this, some people come out and they plop down these plates that have this large chunk of meat on them and some leeks.
I kind of look at his tankard. How much for a serving for the gentleman? I want to reserve my stash.
Of what he already got, just a few copper.
All right, a few copper for the wine. Just fill up the tankard, I guess.
Are you wanting what he already had, or what you have?
What I have.
Oh, then that would be 30 copper pieces.
I give him 30 copper pieces.
All right, he'll take it and he will fill up this tankard with it, which almost consumes the whole bottle.
Yes.
And I just start guzzling.
Fucking madman. As I start biting into the dragon.
And as I'm guzzling this, I look at Arvio and I wink at him.
No. I actually just say no.
I would like to smell this meat and see if I can tell if it's actual dragon or not.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an investigation.
I'm so good at all this stuff, guys.
I never really. It kind of almost smells familiar to you, but also smells a little off. And never having actually smelled dragon meat before, you're not really sure if it's dragon or not.
I will start digging in after I finish the guzzling all the wine.
Yeah, I'll eat and do my brandy and start drinking that. shit.
Did we actually sit at the table, or are we just still standing there at the front?
You're just standing at the counter. Lots of people are though.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna take it and try to find a seat.
Oh, yeah. I'll follow.
You give me a perception check.
I will do this thing. Yeah.
So you guys kind of turn around and you're scanning this tavern, and it is pretty packed full right now. You don't see anywhere free to sit.
Okay,
A lot
well,
of
this is
people are
fine.
eating at the counter. I'm gonna eat at the counter.
Well, I'll make the.
Kid- I'm gonna ask the bartender for a little cup as well.
He will kind of give you a curious glance and just put a little cup down next to you. Anything else you're gonna need?
I think that's it for me, thank you.
Alright, well, if you don't mind, I'm gonna go and take care of these fine fellows over here. And you watch as he walks off and starts talking to a new group of people who have come up to the counter. You're eating the meat, Ulrich?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, it is a little dry. It is very chewy and oily, and you think that it tastes like pork, but at the same time, it is so off from pork.
I would have eaten warg before. Is this what it is?
Does not taste like that, no.
I'm gonna pop the top off of mine and give Leah a little bit of the wine.
How much is a little?
Well, it depends on how big that cup is. How big is the cup?
He just gave you like a small, about 8 ounces.
I'll give her 4 ounces.
Alright.
In this tavern and inn was called Mermaid's Cove, or am I getting that one wrong?
Mermaid's Last Dive.
Yep,
Last
there you go.
dive. Why
Yeah.
did I put Cove?
If only I was a conjurer, then I could literally conjure up like a little straw that I could shake the fucking wine bottle.
As you guys are standing there eating, occasionally drinking, and a little chit chat, this person, pretty big for a human, kind of comes up to you, almost as tall as Ulrich is, but Ulrich is still a little taller. But he comes up and he settles up next to you, Arvio, and you can see just looking at him, he's kind of a gruff, grizzly dude. Does not look like a sailor at all. And he leans forward and he motions down towards Ulrich and says, "How much for that one?"
What?
The bugbear. How much for him? Name your price.
Well, wait a minute. What is this? What are we doing right now?
I'm curious how
I
much
would-
you would take for the bugbear.
I can hear him, right?
Yeah, he's not trying to be quiet about it.
I look at him and say, I am not for sale, my friend.
No, you even taught it to talk. I'll pay even more for it. How much?
That's.
I-
Okay, look, I have my problems with the guy, but he's not for sale.
You just
Sure about that? And he takes a pouch off and drops it, and with a loud thud on the table, you can tell it's full of coins. What's your price?
I'm looking Arvio dead in the eye.
What do you wait? What is this look you're giving me right now?
It's a.
I look at the guy and I say, "Listen, we will have a drinking contest. If I win, I get the gold. You win, you get me."
I have a better deal for you. I got a place we can go to. We can make an even better deal if you want.
Oh yes, this has never ended poorly.
He looks back at you, Arvio. Just give me a price. That one would make a fine champion.
Out of character, while he's doing this entire fun little charade, how much coin does it look like he has in that pouch?
Oh my god.
I need to know for later reference.
I mean, exactly how many, you're not sure, but it's almost like the size of a small cantaloupe in size, and you can tell it is packed full of coins. If this was gold coin, it's probably thousands of them.
Can I make like a check to determine how many coins? Roughly?
I guess you can give me an investigation.
Cool, I roll a 20. Because important.
Okay, well, you would know, being how big it is and the thud that it dropped, you kind of think back to other times you've seen a lot of coin, and there was well over thousands in the bag. Exactly how many, you won't be able to tell without counting.
Mentally, RVO goes, target acquired. And kind of leans back. He's not really for sale. And I don't think it would be any good idea for him to go with you.
Ah, well, that's a shame. That's
Hmm.
a big shame. And he just picks up the pouch and he tucks it back under his cloak, and you can kind of see this giant axe and this armor he's wearing, and he pulls the cloak back over. And he stands up and he walks into kind of around the counter. As he passes by the barkeep, he just gives him a greeting and keeps walking into the kitchen in the back.
I kind of feel like I know where that goes. But that's not RVO saying it, but that's me doing a thought of, I'm going to remember that guy for later. Out of character, I'm gonna get that fucking gold.
From my eyes, what I was giving you, RVO, was like, if you do this, I'm gonna German suplex you right in the middle of the tavern.
So when I look back, what is the look on Grimm's face?
It's like an almost angry demeanor, like your mom, like a mother give their child for messing up so badly. Like they're losing brain cells over it.
What is this look? Why are you looking at me like that?
I know you are, Vio. I know you're tempted by that.
Grim, would you say that's a look that a brother gives his little brother that's going to wake up in a chokeslam?
Yes!
Look, hey, I didn't take it. I didn't take him up on the deal.
Oh, man. If only we had that recorded, Sudik.
So
says,
do we know what he was somewhat talking about? And by the location that he was going, is it safe to assume that we know what's going on underneath this tavern?
I would say yes.
I mean, what do you think? It's
I
whatever
think
you guys want to speculate, but at the end of the day, that's what it is, speculation.
I think there's a fighting pit underneath.
The champion.
Gold.
Yeah.
Oh God, that's yeah. I guess there would be a lot of gold if you made it that. Okay. Yep. Okay.
But you're saying there's a fighting pit underneath here?
Maybe. I don't know. Don't say it loudly. Shut up. It's probably Thieves Guild. Don't say things loudly. Shut up. But
If it was actually a fighting rink, that'd be pretty cool.
that would
Not
be
it.
cool, but if it's operated underground, it's probably going to be a fight till somebody dies sort of affair.
Sounds
I'm
like
not
my kind of
interested
gig.
I'm not interested in fighting people who don't deserve it.
Except in the
I've
end,
sadly
because
done worse.
although I will admit, I do need the money for like the components for one of my spells.
What? I told you I had money.
I know.
Can we
but I
not
don't
talk
like
about
to-
that here?
Okay. They're fucking green. You can see it on Mio's eyes right
That's why I'm holding it.
Okay. But yes, I also need to pick up some more martial armaments.
Yeah, I need to beef myself up as well. And I'm looking for a weapon, but I don't know. It's gonna be a magical weapon. I don't know if it'll be here or not, but
Don't
we'll
you
see.
like already have one of those?
Yeah, it would be nice if it has a little bit more of an oomph to it, but either way, I can go with one that's not, or one that is already magical.
What are you looking for exactly?
Looking for a heavy crossbow.
You kind of see him like narrow his eyes, kind of confused. Okay. Again, is you already have that. Why do you need another one?
I
Oh.
have a heavy crossbow.
I thought that's what you were shooting.
No, it's a light crossbow.
Oh, fucking pity the fool. Oh.
I mean,
I'm just looking at you.
he's a magic
like,
person. He doesn't know the difference between.
Like the only I'm good at is like the tiny pew pew hand crossbow. I swear to God. Don't look at me like that.
Are
How the hell
we-
am I supposed
So
to
let's.
know?
Are we all done here, or I'm done?
Yeah, I mean-
I'm done eating. I'm taking this
finish.
bottle with me.
Yeah, I'm done. I don't know if this was worth the gold.
Yeah, it actually didn't taste that great.
Yeah, that was
Did
kinda
mine
sad.
taste different than RBS?
No, they all taste. Alright. The drink?
Yes.
Oh, yes. Alright, no, you got the wine? No, yours tasted the same.
Okay, we got the same one. Okay.
And your bottle also, too, looked like it had the label peeled off.
Okay, that's fine.
Is it weird? But I feel like this entire bar is made for stupid tourists, and I feel
Oh,
like we've absolutely been gypped a little. Oh well.
Alright, so you all finish off your plates, your food, your drink. You make your way back outside into the busy, bustling city street.
we should.
It is midday, just so we're all on that record, and it is again chilly outside for the time of year it is, but the skies are clear and little clouds hanging out here and there. If Bob Ross was alive, he'd say happy little clouds.
Let's go take care of the food. Do we know how long our trip's gonna actually be? 'Cause
about 45 days. And we accommodate 20 people,
How much is that
And-
going to cost?
about 100 to 200 gold.
So, let's go take care of that.
Yep.
Alright,
First.
well, following the directions, you guys start making your way back to the left, and you start heading up in this direction here. And eventually, you find yourself in a less crowded section of the city. You can still hear in the distance if you start walking through these streets. You can hear the crowds making all their commotion. But once you get here, it's mostly just people moving around big wagons and obvious uh, loads of stuff that's not going to go sit in the store right away. And you just kind of start making your way down the streets. It's hard to tell what warehouse holds what. And some are about 4 stories, some are about 5. They're pretty tall buildings.
I'll start asking around and asking for like a location that would sell like provisions and food for a long voyage.
All right. So Kate takes you a couple people. You ask them, if they got any food or anything that they could sell. Eventually, you do come up to this kind of stout dwarf who is kind of writing down on a ledger, and a bunch of people are loading crates up onto a wagon. And he's like, "Oh, yeah, we can sell you some. How much you need?"
We need enough for 45 days for 25 people.
I would probably add on a couple more days just in case there. It would-
Yes,
25 days,
we will
45
actually need to
days.
be navigating around storms, so we would having a little bit of
So I would
big old room.
say 55 days of food.
That seems better.
All right. And you know how much cubic space that would be? How many crates, barrels?
Can I do an intelligence check to do a quick mental thing?
Yeah, because I would
Sure,
know.
go for it.
I roll an 18 because I really don't want to fuck this up. Pointing.
It's a lot of food, though.
It is.
So you're sitting there thinking about it because you did investigate down there. So you thinking back about the size of the storage area and then how much food you've gone through so far in this travel. You realize that even if you pack it full, you're still not going to have enough food for the whole trip. It should get you at least halfway, but you make out it's probably going to be about 100 golds worth of food.
I kind of think about it for a bit, and I was just kind of I
What are you
mean,
thinking there, Ario? Take what we
with-
need and need to do another stop?
well, we're definitely going to need to do another stop. Even filling up the ship to its fullest would only give us about enough food to get halfway there.
Okay, so you're
But
thinking what?
that would be about 100 gold worth of food.
All right, so how many days would that be, Arvio?
Well, I mean, 45 days divided by 2, so
It's 55.
55? Right, sorry. So Tick, what were you talking about, the trip or the trip plus the wiggle room? That is, we would make it halfway.
I was talking about your 55 days.
Oh wait, the 55 days? Thank you for clarifying. Okay, probably about Brandon is doing fast math. 27, 28 days if we skimp it a little.
All right, since you have the mathematics down, I guess I'll turn to the dwarf and say we need about 25 days. I was misspoke on that. And Arvia will tell him how many crates and barrels that would be.
Sure. Arvio just handles the logistics.
What? What logistics?
I'm doing a smart thing and handling logistics. Don't worry about it. Food logistics. It's boring stuff. Don't worry about it.
I should very much be involved in the food decisions.
Well, I have a question for you, Eric. Is there any way you can kind of make the meals a bit more lean?
Lean.
Lean, as in with less food.
We're not going to do that.
Oh, fine.
You need everyone to keep strong.
Yes, but unless we, whatever. Does anybody know if there's another port along the way?
Well, when we were talking to the captain, he did say that we're gonna probably have to stop twice, so he might have something in mind, and we'll let him know, and he'll
Alright.
navigate us to another port.
All right.
Well, the dwarf is happy to talk to you as you start giving him numbers and stuff on how much you need, and he takes your order. He asks for 113 gold pieces. If anybody wants to pay that up.
Eric takes out his gold coin and squints his eyes at the dwarf and slowly counts out one by one 113 gold coins.
Heavens to Betsy.
All right, he takes them from you and he gives you an odd look. I should probably charge you a few extra for taking so long. But anyways, where you need it delivered?
To the Heart of Oak. Am I reading that
All
wrong?
right, you gonna escort the guys there, or what you doing?
What time of day would you guys be able to have this all packed up and ready to go?
We can do it right now.
Sure. I do got a question. Do you happen to sell rum or ale or anything like that here too, in big quantities?
Yeah, you already bought a couple of it.
Oh, we did. Oh, that was included. Okay.
Don't worry, guy. I got you.
Well, yeah.
I mean, are you needing more?
No, that's fine. Yeah, we'll escort them back to the ship.
All right, give my guys about 10 minutes or so, and he turns around, and he starts yelling, and he turns back and says, they'll have a wagon loaded up soon, and just we'll hang out here for them.
All right.
All right, so you guys stand there in this warehouse. It is in the inside. There's like no floors to this. It just goes all the way up to the ceiling, which seems pretty overkill because they're not using that much space. But you see them pull in a wagon. They start loading in crates and barrels and stuff. And then about more like 13 minutes or so, they eventually pull up and they're like, all right, where do you need us to go? We're going to
Just
follow you.
us. Yeah.
All right, lead the way.
And we'll
Are any of these people besides him dwarf?
No, they're all human.
Oh.
And he's not doing anything. He's walked off and he's like taking care of other stuff while they do it. But they join you and they follow you out, and you guys lead them back to the ship and down the dock, and eventually they start like taking stuff off and loading it, and Brun comes out, and so you already got us some food.
Mm-hmm.
Quicker than I thought it would be. You checked the quality of it, yeah?
Did we? Don't think we did.
If you look back at Arvio, he's just like, I just ran the numbers, man.
I open up one of the crates and smell the food.
That's what I figured Ulrich was doing.
All right, you open up the crate and you smell the food, and it's not exactly fresh, but it's also meant for the long haul, so it should suffice. You think?
It's also not as bad as some other things I've had in the past, I'm sure.
That is true. Somebody who lives with goblins, this is probably like prime A food to you.
I look up at the captain and say, "Oh, Captain, I can do really good with this."
All right, and he turns around.
Gourmet meals.
Let's start loading this up, and you can see them. They kind of get one of the cranes. They're sitting on the dock, and they start tying up the stuff with ropes. And if you wish to hang out, you'll watch as they start lowering it down into the ship.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna step out and head towards the merchant district.
Oh, I'll follow.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'll
I
let
don't.
everybody know.
I was gonna say I wasn't gonna stay here since we're just escorting, but yeah. Since we have other stuff to do, real quick.
Well, following the directions of the tavern owner, you guys start making your way down this direction, and as you kind of meet where the dock district ends and it goes into the merchant district, you can hear up ahead somebody yelling, and as you get closer, you can see this old lady who's kind of just standing there hunched over. She got this cloth across her eyes, and she's just, the end is nigh, the end is nigh. And she kind of walks out, and she turns and she looks at you guys, and she says, the end is nigh, and I've paid the price. and she rips the cloth off of her eyes, and you guys see where the 2 sockets for the eyes should be just look like they've been recently plucked out. Still a little bloody, and you can see blood on the back of the cloth. And then all of a sudden, she kind of like stands up straight as she can for an old lady. No, it's you, it's you. And you all watch as her body starts to like convulse and twitch, and all of a sudden she stands up fully straight, and this deep, rough voice comes out. Doom approaches. The earth will split and render. The oceans will boil and dwindle. Blood will flow and its stench will fill the air. Evil will reign freely and warfare will grip Eldrin. The world will shudder as the bells of death ring, proclaiming the arrival of the devourer. And all of a sudden she kind of shudders again, and she just screams and turns to her left and runs, and you hear this sickening wet thud as she slams into a wall, and you watch her just fall backwards. And you guys are kind of just left standing there looking at this old lady knocked out laying on the ground, and you can see some of the people have kind of like stopped and turned and watched all this happen.
Oh my god! Wow. Okay.
Leah just kind of say to herself, so that's a city, huh?
Oh,
Okay.
that's a city.
I just do the
Welcome.
Heavenly Father cross and just walk.
Yeah, like
Humans do this kind of thing often. Pluck their own eyes out.
oh no. There are some crazies in the city. That one was definitely a new. That was new, but okay. Sometimes I don't. It's not necessarily exclusively a human thing. I've seen a couple of tieflings do something similar.
To be honest, it seemed a little off that she was looking at us and telling it was you.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That was definitely.
Who is
odd,
she
but
looking at?
You don't
Arvio,
know.
do you know her?
Who was she? I mean, it's kind of hard to tell, don't you think?
Is that another one of your flings, Arvio?
I don't think so. She's a little bit old for my taste.
Yeah.
But that would be interesting. Who was she looking at exactly?
She just seemed to be gazing in your general direction of the group. Kind of hard seeing how she didn't have eyes to lock on to.
Yeah, I figured.
Avita, tell me, was this a warning for us?
You do
talking
not
to?
hear anything.
Do you often have such open dialogue with your god?
Do you not?
What god?
Avita.
No, I'm not a holy man. I'm not religious at all.
No, Avita sent me to here for you, so I thought that she was watching over you as well.
Maybe, but I certainly don't worship her.
He can be more.
You may not be
Nice.
interested in her, but she's certainly interested in you.
Oh, trust me, that's many women. But
But you don't believe in God, Arvio?
I believe in the gods. I just don't want any. Oh, trust me. I believe that they're there. I just don't really want anything to do with them.
Yeah. So you're believing in the Elven way. I understand.
No, the Elven way would be more like, oh yes, they're very powerful wizards or something. No, I believe that they are there. I just do not want to be a part of their affairs at all.
Well, apparently
Trust
we
me.
already are, Arvio.
I know, and it sucks.
This is
and I
the
hate
third
it.
one.
I know, it sucks, and I hate it.
Didn't you at one point pray to something as well?
You know what? Yeah, I did it for a cleric friend who fucking died. I didn't do my old bullshit because I was grieving one time.
I'm gonna pull into my bag of holding and pull out one of those bird whistles and blow into it.
I'm walking away from him as he's doing that, so I don't look like I'm with this group.
Yeah, same. I'm like distant.
Nope,
Well, I
I'm
figured
following
you
Arvio.
guys. I figured you guys were already walking and talking while you were doing this. Or are you trying to split away from him?
We flee from the weirdo. We
No,
flee from
I'll
the
just
great
stay
weirdo.
and take this embarrassment.
Okay, yeah, I'll just yeah. You know what it is? It's that one trumpet kid with the girl holding her fucking ears.
Well, you blow on the whistle, and there is you notice that like a bird kind of comes down and flies around you for a little bit, and then flies off.
Oh, nice. So I'll start asking people if they know of a weapon shop or an armory shop or anything like that.
All right, so you just kind of walking around, and nobody really seems to know of one, but you do get told that there's kind of like a blacksmith district that if you wish, they point you in that direction.
Yeah, I'll
A lot of
start
these
heading in
people
the
just look like normal citizens, so you walk up and start saying, hey, you know where I can buy weapons and armor? They're kind of like, no. But yeah, you kind of get told where you can find some blacksmith, and you make your way out in that direction. And sure enough, you kind of walk in, and just kind of like this big ring in the middle is a giant smithy or a forge, and there's a bunch of people using it, and they kind of got their own separate little setups off of them.
Okay.
All right. I'll follow your lead, when you're probably a little bit more experienced with weapons and armaments and such than I am.
Oddly enough, not really. I'll just
Really?
keep walking.
Grim, maybe you?
I'll kind of look around and see if I happen to see like a shop that happens to have like a suit of armor or something like that, like kind of in its stalls or anything.
You see this one guy who kind of got like a table set up next to him, and you can see what looks to be a helmet sitting on it and some swords, and you can see it looks like he's working on an axe right now. Kind of a middle height man, but he's very wide and he's tight with muscles. Like he's just sitting there hammering away at the axe he's working on.
Okay, I'll approach that guy. Excuse me, sir.
No, yes, sorry, hold on. And he takes his axe and walks over, still red hot, and sticks it into the water, and it sizzles and hisses and steam comes out. And he'll turn around and walk up to you. Yes, what can I do for you?
My friend and I here are looking for some armor. Do you happen to sell any? I'm looking for medium armor breastplate if you have it.
I'm looking for some proper lighter armor, best you got, as well as maybe a hand crossbow. I don't know if that would be available here, however.
No, that's something more of a Fletcher or a Bower. I mean, what kind of light armor?
I guess it's studded leather and leather different. Is one just with like metal bits that look shiny?
Studded leather gives you a +1 on AC, and regular leather doesn't.
Out of character, I
no.
know this. RVO doesn't. I just want to make that one clear.
Got it.
Yeah.
Role played here.
As you say this out loud, he'll say, "Well, the studded has metal bits in it to help fortify it and make it stronger."
Oh, okay. So those things actually matter. Okay, cool. I'll take that.
All
Do you
right.
happen to have any half plate in my size?
He kind of looks you over. Unfortunately, no. Breastplate, though, I think I got one of those ticking around somewhere.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and take one of those. How much would that cost me on that?
No, well, the breastplates be about 505 gold, and studded leather armor. That's it's been sitting around for a while, so I'll sell it to you for 40 gold.
I'll pay him the 505 gold for the breastplate.
Good sir, do you happen to buy items as well?
Depends what you're selling.
I'm gonna get into my bag of holding and pull out this giant greatsword. And then hold it with 2 hands and, like, show it to him.
Well, I could always try to sell it. If not, I think I could probably make 4 regular swords out of it. He gives a little chuckle. How much would you want for it?
I don't know the necessary price for it, but what do you think is reasonable?
Give you 25 gold for it.
I just stand there and look at Arvio for a second, and I'm like, sure.
People keep looking at me like I should know things. I don't.
Well, if you want to include it in the trade, just pay me the 20 gold and the sword, and I'll get you that studded armor.
Oh, okay, sure.
All right, and so he takes the sword, 20 gold, the 505 gold. He puts the sword down next to where his little anvil is, and you see him kind of walk across the square because the forge and everything's gathered in the middle, and there's like buildings ringing it. And so he walks out to the buildings, to one of them, and he goes in. You can hear him in there digging around and stuff, and eventually he comes out and he got like the breastplate in his arm. You can see the studded leather armor thrown over his shoulder, and he walks over and hands the breastplate to you, Awen, and holds out the studded leather armor to you, Arvio.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Kind of like looking it up and down, like kind of turning it over, checking it for rips and tears, while also in the back of his mind wondering, how the fuck do I put this on?
No problem. Name's Letho, by the way. If you need anything else, I
Letho.
got more in stock. Yep, Letho.
You know anybody who has half plate in my size?
Has it? Probably is a bugbear. I could try to make you some.
I have half plate, but not in your size.
Well, he's bigger than you.
But we could maybe add to it. I don't know. I don't know how this works.
Is it quicker to modify it than?
I think it's that would be quicker to modify it than to make it.
How long? How long
It's a
would it take?
little easier, but I got some other stuff I need to do. It'd probably take me about 3 days before I can get this size to you.
And how much would it cost?
Let me see. Half plates. You already have it. Charge you 300 for the alteration. For your size, I am going to have to add quite a bit of metal to this.
You see a sad look come across Eric's face.
I got you.
Thank you, Graham.
So I give him the full half plate, like arms, legs, everything, and see if he wants to use it and break down however he's going to use it and the money.
All right. Well, in 4 days, I'll have this done for you. What's your name, so I know who you are when you come back?
I am Eric, the Goblin Slayer.
All right. I'll have it.
Awen.
I'll have this ready for you and shined up. And nice to meet you, Awen. Nice to meet all of you.
Yeah. You said there was a Fletcher that has that can make crossbows and stuff. Where would that be exactly?
I said you'd have to find one.
Okay, that's fine.
Damn. All right.
Well, thank you, Letho. We'll see you in 4 days then.
But I'll be here.
And then
I
I'm
shall-
gonna go
I
look
shall
for
go-
Fletcher.
I shall tell the captain that we'll be staying here for a couple days, and so they can take a little shore leave.
Yeah. Hold off on that just in case if we have another item that's going to be commissioned or not. As far as I know, the armor should be, but if I'm looking for a heavy crossbow, they don't have it. I don't know how long that would take either. So it might take 4 days. It might take longer. I don't know.
That's true.
So until we we get all of our business done here. Let's wait until we let the captain know that we're going to be staying longer because of commission items.
Hopefully, he doesn't add on any extra charges.
All right, so you guys making your way, conversing as you walk. You start winding through the streets.
Mm.
Buildings here are more nice. They obviously are storefronts. Not all of them are storefronts, but there is a lot of them as you make your way through. You looking for a particular store, I take it?
As we're actually walking, I would actively look around for interesting sounding names of the shop.
I'm looking for a Fletcher.
I'm looking for a magic store.
Okay, well, why don't
Cartographer.
you guys give me a perception check?
Perception. Woo! Holy shit!
That went 0 to 100 real quick.
I see all, fuckers.
So as you guys, starting with you first, Leah, as you guys are making your way around, Leah, you kind of just taking in the different shops. Your focus is kind of split between that and also just like the city life here, because even in Elf City, it was not this big and it was not this crowded. So this is definitely like a culture shock to you. But you do make out a couple, like the Elegant Elf, which looks like it's a clothing shop, and then Leaf It To Me, which seems to have like a bunch of plants and stuff in it. And then there's also a tavern you walk by, and it's called the Ironclad Monkey. And you just kind of making your way through, but that's about all you can make out from your travel.
Mm.
Grim, you're trying to look, but at some point you get interested because you're walking, and all of a sudden you can see like these four plate mail guys with these long spears walking, and they're kind of like in a diamond shaped pattern, and you can see in between them is a bunch of small little skelly animals. And if you want to, you can roll, I guess, a nature check. See if you know what these are. All right, yeah, you know these to be kobolds, and they're walking them and guiding them. And as you kind of pass, you can hear them say, "All right, you gotta keep moving back to the sewers with you. You're not supposed to be up here in the streets." And one of them says, "But they said we can come up." And then the guard yells back, "Yes, only like one or two at a time. You can't come up in big numbers. Back to the sewers." And they just kind of keep walking, and they're using the butt of their spears to guide them. So your mind just gets lost thinking about that. Awen and Arvio, you guys travel a little bit, but you do eventually find a Boer store. So we'll start with that one first, Awen.
Okay.
Fantastic.
I will go ahead and walk in.
I'll follow.
And is there anybody like at a
Oh,
counter? Or
I'll
anything
wait
like that?
outside. So
Yeah, wait with Grim.
All right. Give me one moment there, Awen.
Okay.
All right, so you head in. This is just a one-story building. It looks pretty old, the wood on it. It does have a glass front, and you can kind of see there's in the side there's just this table and the person sitting in there, and they got this wood and they're carving it. You can also see hanging on the wall is a bunch of bows. As you make your way in, you can turn and see that in the corner they got some targets set up. And sure enough, there's just this person. To you, you can't really tell the age. They look kind of young, but it's an elf, and they're just sitting there carving this wood into, you would assume, to be a bow. And they look up and, greetings, welcome to the bowing archer. Anything I can help you with?
Yes. My friend and I are looking for crossbows. Do you happen to have a heavy crossbow? And I think, were you looking for a hand crossbow, Orville?
Small little number.
Yeah, hand crossbow. Do you guys happen to sell that here?
Indeed, I do. And he motions over to the table. If you wish, you can go and look at them. I can also get you some bolts if you wish to try them out.
I would love
Sure.
to try it out. Yes. By the way, how do can I see one of the heavy crossbows right here?
Yeah, as you walk over, you see these giant crossbows kind of sitting there.
How the like Arvio's gonna look over one of these. It's like, how the hell are you supposed to load this thing? Like,
Hmm.
it looks like you'd need to like put like your full body weight into with like the tension on this thing on the string.
Yeah, but it'll work out.
Okay, I'll
Oh,
watch it.
there's the hook or the foot peg on the front. You
Mhm.
set it down and step into that, and then you take the tool here, and she kind of shows you this thing you can put over the string, and you just pull it back until it clicks into place.
It's nifty. Definitely not good for if an enemy is right in front of you, but I mean, that bolt's pretty fucking big. It probably wouldn't be that big of an issue if you landed a hit.
Yeah. Any of these crossbows look different, or are they generally all the same?
They look almost all the same. They're just different in design and the type of wood that they're made out of. But as you inspect them, you think they're probably going to do about the same as far as damage output.
Okay. Would it be alright if I shot one of these?
Sure, I will grab you a couple bolts. And he stands up and walks over, opens up this door, and you can see him go in, rummage around, and come out and hand you 5 bolts.
Okay.
And for you as well, and he hands you some small ones, Arvio.
Oh, thank you. I'll start click and just start trying to aim this thing.
All right, why don't you guys give me attack rolls?
Okay, hang on. Let me get. Oh no, I didn't put in hand crossbow. I am a fool. One moment. I'm so sorry. I didn't. No, I'm a moron.
Well, as
So,
you leash
23.
this, it flies and hits in the middle. It feels pretty good. Has definitely a kick to it as it springs and launches forward.
Alright. Yeah. This feels pretty good.
One moment, I'm inputting a thing. Cool.
I'll reload it again and shoot it again.
All right, go ahead and roll me another attack.
Arvio is just inspecting the mechanics of this thing as you much more adeptly.
Another close hit.
I'm going to shoot at all 5 crossbow bolts that this guy gave me.
Go for it.
So 3. Slightly missed on that one.
Yeah, you hit more on the outside of the target.
4, 5. Oh, alright. 3 out of 2. That's not bad. Or
Cool, let's see about this.
3 out of 5.
As Arvio gets done looking over the mechanics of this thing and puts in a bolt. Is this
Is
normal?
is your +2 for your it's your
Fighting style.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if that was your packed weapon or not.
No.
Let's see. Boop.
So yeah, you got a nice little
I
group here.
missed royally.
Yeah, you hold it up and it hits the wood, and you can see the elf kind of like jerks and look and says, "That's okay. I gave you one to practice once, anyways."
Yeah, he shoots it like he aims it towards me, and I just push it out of the way.
No, I turned it sideways like it's a kill shot.
This dude.
Okay, let's try that again. Better. Not as great. Super great. Super great. I got it. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. I'm good.
Oh, do you two of you like what you see?
Yes.
Yes.
How much would it be for these?
That's one. That's the redwood bow. 62 gold for that one. And your friend has a nice choice of oak over there. 33 gold for that one.
It's not bad at all.
So
And I will also
95.
throw in a free 20 bolts each.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll pay him the 95 gold for both of these.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
I promise I won't aim this at you anymore.
Please don't.
The elf takes the gold and he kind of walks back into the door again. This time he closes it behind him and eventually he walks out and hands you both a small little quiver with the bolts in it, respectively for your crossbows. Is there anything else I can help you with?
DM question. I got a shitload of crossbow bolts. Would this work with this?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So that's another resource I need to keep track of. How many?
20. D&D
How-
doesn't differentiate between the different bolts, so they're all the
You
same.
need bolts? Let me know. I have 194 bolts.
Oh, where the fuck are you keeping them?
Remember Ava? She commissioned a bunch of bolts, and I picked them up, and then she
Oh.
turned into the village
Right.
idiot. Let's just say that.
The hole.
Yeah.
Not the village hole. That's a different person.
I'll give you 90 bolts.
Oh my god, I have so many.
Yeah. You have 90 bolts.
No, now I have 110 bolts.
Well, thank you for shopping again. Name is Peleus. If you need anything else, the bowing archer is open most days.
Fantastic. Happy to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you, and then we'll leave.
All right, so you go outside and find the rest of the group just kind of milling out outside. Did you guys want to do anything while they were inside shopping?
I would be looking around at everybody, like just taking in, like all the different people, creatures, races.
All right. It is dominantly human, so for the most part, you're seeing like 90% human, maybe 80%. But there is a mixture of just all types walking through. They're mostly like occasionally you'll see a dwarf down the distance, kind of break out from the sea of people and then get lost in them again. You'll see an elf or races you probably haven't encountered, don't have a name to, but definitely tall and short and everything in between.
Okay. Just taking in my surroundings.
You do see across as you kind of standing there, this old wooden building, 2-story tall. You can see in through the windows and you can see that there's like a bunch of shelves and tables. And this is across from the bower shop that the Arvio and Awen are inside currently. And you can see in the windows, and it just seems to be a bunch of random mundane items scattered about. And the sign reads, Darrington Shop of Dangerous Devices.
Darrington. Oh boy.
I'm gonna go there after they come in. We're gonna wait and be like, I've been just bored out here, and I want to go in there.
Oh, eventually, they emerge out of the shop. Obviously, with their new toys, you see Arvio kind of pointing his around. It doesn't have a bolt in it, but he's like taking it in.
If he points it at me, I'm gonna slap the shit out of his hand.
I just have a magic crossbow strapped to my back.
I have brought a pistol. You have brought an AR-15.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as Arvio is looking at it, I'm gonna not take it from him, but I'm gonna take out the bolt that he has in it just in case.
Look, hang on. Can we put a pause? Arvio has 20 fucking intelligence. I don't think he'd have a fucking bolt in it. Like, I know he's a chuckle fuck, but he's not that stupid.
I said it was empty, just to be fair.
I'm not after the thing with Airwood, he's probably not fucking aiming it at people.
If you come out like, hey, look, and like shove it in my face, I'm gonna slap your hand.
I'm not. I don't do that. I put it away. I put it
Hey,
with
look,
Okay.
loaded crossbow pointed at your face.
Hey, look! It's a kill shot. No, it's not. No, he put it with the solid letter armor to put
All
on
right.
laser.
Oh,
It would have been
Alright, we're
funny.
You mean you don't run and jump out the window, shattering the glass, and do a 360 and try to shoot Grim in the head with it?
Absolutely not. I'm actually not that extra. It wouldn't work if I tried.
Yeah, you'd probably just smack into the glass.
I'd
Well,
probably
anyway.
fall into the window and like rip myself in half. It'd be really horrible, actually. Terrible way to go.
So Grim, they are now outside.
Hey guys, let's go in here. And I point to the opposite side.
Oh, what's that?
Darrington's dangerous devices? That sounds interesting.
Yes.
You sound more excited for this.
This is like the happiest you've probably seen Grim in a while.
Wait, is he actually smiling?
A small smile on his face.
What the fuck is wrong with you? What's wrong with your face?
As we're walking towards there, I'll just tell Arpio, remember, don't point your crossbow at anybody.
I picked up on that, yes.
Don't touch anything. I don't want another close call in the shop.
Wait, what are you talking about?
I'm just walking away.
No, you can. No, I got like on your shoulder. What the fuck are you talking about?
You almost shot me in the face with a crossbow, man.
Look, hey, look. This is much more my element than martial prowess. Okay, I know what I'm doing.
Alright.
Are we
That
gonna
didn't
go now?
sound convincing.
Yeah.
As I'm already walking and you guys are
I
still
mean,
standing there?
we were already walking
Okay.
over there.
Okay, just
Yeah, we're
making
just
sure.
arguing.
Yeah, I figure a
Because
lot of these conversations are on the go conversations.
Yeah.
Everybody treats the guy with 20 fucking intelligence like an absolute fucking lemming. What the fuck is
I
wrong with you?
mean, you deserve it sometimes.
Sometimes, but
Yeah.
other time. Jeez.
I just thought you'd be looking down the sights and stuff, like somebody who bought a new gun, just like, oh yeah, this is pretty cool. And everybody else is like, you're pointing that at my head with a bullet in it?
No, that's what I was. That's what I was doing on the range. That was me looking it over, like actually, like seeing if the sights were straight and stuff, while Awin was firing.
Well, it wasn't even you were pointing it at my head. You were just looking at it with it loaded, and then it's just like, oh, what does this little mechanism do? Click.
Yeah, critical one was. I had to warm up. Okay.
Just happened to be there.
So you guys make your way across the street and through the crowd. It's a little harder to go across. They don't break up for you as easily as they do when you're walking into them or with them. But you do all get across in one piece. And you enter into this store, and it's kind of a dark store. And some candles are kind of like set up, and it's casting some light, but not a lot. Most of it's coming through the window, and you see that there's this little gnome who's kind of like standing on this chair, taking care of some stuff. And as he hears the door opens, he turns around. He's like, "Ah, yes, welcome to my shop. Name is Darrington. Be careful what you touch, by the way. Dangerous things in here. Anything I can help you with?" And he kind of waddles away as you guys walk in, and you're looking around. Things in here just look mundane. You see like a quill, a plate, a broken comb. You see what looks maybe some kind of shriveled hand. But closer inspection, just a glove sitting there, and no weapons or anything like that. No adventuring gear. Just seems to be a bunch of mundane house items.
I just narrow my eyes, and I very subtly, I will literally cast sleight of hands for this. Very subtly cast detect magic.
Go for it.
So that nobody fucking notices I do it. Yeah, 22. What do my eyes see? With
Let
all
me
this mundane
see
shit.
if you see anything.
It's within 30 feet. I can detect it. I can literally see it glowing.
I'm just trying to see if this falls under the category of detect magic. Oh wait, hold on. Okay. I need to very quickly just pull out my player's handbook and see what this says. So give
What
me 1 second.
fuck is that supposed to mean? What the fuck is that supposed to mean?
Can I make it where I'm not near Arvio?
You don't notice I'm doing this.
No,
It's
just
you-
because of the last experience with the shop, I just don't want to be near you.
Too late. We already walked in arguing. I'm right next to you, motherfucker. I just did bullshit, guys. So it's just it all looks my take.
All right, you cast your spell and you looking around and everything looks unmagical to you.
I turn off detect magic. Oh yeah, this is real great.
But just look at Grim.
So
What?
good silence.
All right. Well, you have a lot of interesting items here. I'm just curious.
Oh yes, yes, very dangerous too.
Wow, this is
Right,
a really interesting room.
I would not touch that if I was you.
Oh, why not?
That one would cause you to look like a woman if you touched it.
Please do.
I walk up and touch it.
Okay, you all watch as Yurik transforms into a woman bugbear.
What the
No,
fuck?
don't. I told you not to.
This was not magical.
Okay.
Wait a minute, that's not magical. What the fuck? What the fuck?
Gia, the Soltic.
Yes.
Does Ulrich look any better than he was before?
No.
Okay.
I can't tell if he is even better or worse.
Stop touching that.
They're not magical. They're just cursed items.
Wait a minute, wait, that's different? Wait, why did you collect so many cursed items in one place? That's a terrible idea.
Well, sometimes people have people that they don't like, and so you can just give them one of my items as a gift. Just don't touch it yourself, okay?
Wait a minute, are you like a legitimate business?
I get lots of customers.
How the fuck are you still in business? I swear.
I like this guy, Arvio.
This guy seems awesome. Arvio,
know.
don't touch anything.
I will slap you with the fucking broom. I swear to God.
I want to touch it.
I know. I have mage hand for it. Don't you even worry.
Oh, that perfect.
Yes, exactly.
Well, you guys are kind of gonna have to find somebody to help your friend out here. But I mean, I got other stuff too, and make you hairy, grow hair everywhere, including your face. Not that your friend needs it, and kind of motions
Don't I
Eric.
look prettier now?
Okay, actually, Arvio was like, "Oh God, this shit."
Is there any way to make him turn back?
Do you have anything?
Do
a cursed
we want
object
him to
here?
turn back?
Do you?
Mr.
No.
Darrington, do you have anything that you would give to a woman that would turn him into a man?
Unfortunately, not. The broom just makes people women. If you go to the temple, I think they can take a curse off.
Where's the temple?
It's back in the castle district.
Okay.
Kind of hard to miss. It's biggest building. Well, second biggest building around.
How do you hold these objects that are cursed without being cursed yourself?
Mage
with
hand.
mage hand, of course.
Oh,
And you watch as he kind of does like a spell, and all of a sudden this mage hand comes out and picks up this spoon. I usually put it in a box for people and then tell them to give it to whoever they want. And you watch as the mage hand puts the spoon back down. That one, by the way, that one will make your skin turn purple.
So, do you have anything that would actually benefit us as a curse? Or a person, I should say. Unless you want to be turned into a lady, but I mean other things.
How would things benefit you? Being able to turn people into women, I mean, that could be pretty advantageous. Gets lonely sometimes out there. You are travelers, right?
Yes.
Indeed.
Yeah, this conversation needs to stop right fucking now. We need to turn to a different cursed object. Like, I don't know, this bucket over here. Don't touch the bucket. I say that.
Oh yeah, that's a bucket of fumbling. You touch that, it's gonna make you just drop everything you touch afterwards.
Oh, that's awful.
That's actually pretty interesting.
There's also the comb of forgetfulness. Combing through your hair, and you'll forget why you were combing your hair and everything else.
This
place is awesome.
This is so debilitating.
Is there anything that will paralyze you while you're holding it?
I mean, I got the shoes of snaring. You put them on your feet, and all of a sudden there's a net over you.
Do you have anything with a curse of truth-telling or something?
Unfortunately not.
Damn.
I do have, and he goes over and he kind of opens up a crate lid, and then you can see he moves out a box and sets it down, and then all of a sudden the mage hands opens up and he pulls out this little ball, and he says, I have wait, what were you asking for?
Well, just tell us what's the ball.
I forgot. Oh wait, I think that box was cursed. Wait, what were you wanting?
Oh no.
I'm going out of storage.
I have a question. This is more because I want to know if an item like this can exist. Don't actually want it. Is there anything, like, say you were, I don't know, kind of infused with a little bit of a friskier man that may be laying with the ladies a little bit too much. Is there any item that would get him in trouble with all of his love interests at once?
Oh, do I have the thing for you?
Oh, do you?
Yes, he motions over to the table and he says, this string right here, you give it to anybody and it will cause their you-know-what to itch and anything they touch with it.
Wow, that is cursed.
Oh, the ball. The ball, that's right. The bouncy ball of hypnosis. Sorry, that I do remember now. That chest has a temporary amnesia curse on it. So don't touch that one either.
Will not be.
Why did you pick it? Okay.
I totally forgot about it.
Yeah, I bet.
So was it hit? So how does it work? How does the ball work?
You just give it to somebody. They just got to touch it, claim ownership, and then they're hypnotized.
I don't know how that works. How can you? What do they do once they're hypnotized?
They just become fascinated with you for it's kind of random. At the most 6 minutes, sometimes less.
Well, I only need about 2 minutes. Thank you anyway. I don't think I need anything here, but it's cool to see your oddities.
Well, if you do have anybody you need to take care of, don't forget Daring Darrington's shop of dangerous devices.
Yeah, very. Okay, guys, let's get out of here.
All right, you all walk out, and as the last one of you is outside the door, he's like, "Goodbye, don't forget Darrington." And you kind of close the door on him as he's talking. and you all find yourself out in the street again. Awen, did you wait for them, or you go do something?
Just waited for him. I'm not
All right.
gonna go
So
touch
you all
anything in
see
there.
Awen kind of standing outside, just looking around.
So we walk out. What does Yurik look like? Do we even see a difference?
Yeah, do you see a difference? You should see a difference. Look like a woman now.
I don't
No,
know
it's a
how a
woman
difference.
bugbear.
Yeah, I don't know what the difference would be.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't pressing the buttons. Yes, she is a little shorter. The hair's a little bit different color. You can see more angular features on the face. You definitely see a new bulginess to her chest. Definitely does not look like Ulrich anymore.
Well,
We should probably get that fixed because the armor is probably gonna get messed up if he
yeah,
shows
true.
up as a woman.
So magic shop, then temple district. I mean, not temple, castle district.
We need to look for. We can have some maps of a greater area, maybe.
I know, but I like rolled a 23, and I want that to come into use and not be sidetracked because somebody decided to touch the
I mean,
pool. Now I don't have a dick anymore.
You can keep out for a magic shop. I'm gonna help Grim look for a map.
Fine. Theo, do you want to walk with me?
Yeah.
But wait a minute, hang on. If I find a magic shop,
We don't have to separate.
Why are we going to a magic shop? He said a temple.
Because I was already looking for a magic shop. Because
And with
then-
your role, Graham, you're pretty much under the impression that there is no cartographer shop around
Okay.
because you've been keeping a hard eye out. And
Yeah.
same one.
Just would be nice to see. I like looking at maps where we're at, when we're potentially going to be going. But with no need to split up. Yurik, or what are we going to call you till we fix?
Rika.
Oh my.
Eureka. Okay.
Erica. Okay.
Nope, it's definitely Eureka. That was good. High five, Leah.
Well, as you guys are thinking about where to go next, let's go ahead and take a 10-minute break here.
Cool, I'm gonna go chug an entire gallon.
Alright, I'll be right back. Gallon. Good luck with that.
You better believe it.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
All right, the milk has been consumed.
I'm back.
And to that, Sotek, I've actually never dealt with a cursed item before in all of my years of playing D&D 5e. So this is new to me too. Let's roll with that.
I've dealt with many cursed items in my lifetime.
The one time somebody got cursed is the time that we leveled up, and I took remove curse and replaced it with a spell.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Sounds like you made a bad decision at the wrong time.
Yeah. Although sunny side up, I'm glad that Dimec doesn't have two moms now. That'd be
bad
hard to
decision.
explain.
That's really not even on my part there. This is just the party's fault.
I'd agree with you. I'd agree.
We hear cursed items, we just say, well, what's the effect? And we don't even care and touch it regardless of the effect. That's what our
But what if I
mindset
ate
is.
it? Would I become a cursed item? Or would I... What if I ate the cursed item?
You're gonna turn into Maxwell Lord. Or what?
I don't even know who that is.
You have to find out through old experimentation. Anyways, so you guys are standing there talking in the city street. What have you decided to do next?
I guess we'll go to a temple.
Did Grim ever say something about maps?
Yeah.
Like in character, I'm assuming. I'm just gonna keep an eye out for like a store that would potentially sell maps.
All right, you can give me a roll at disadvantage.
Yeah, that's fine.
So you guys, not too far away, make your way out into the main thoroughfare. Eventually asking around, trying to find where to go for the temple. You were told to follow this street. And this street, you thought the other ones were packed. This street is much wider than any of you been on so far, and it is just like shoulder to shoulder walking through this. If viruses existed back in this point in time, it'd probably be a rapid spread of it in this place. But you get to about this point, and then you come around, and Arvio, your eye catches this hanging sign that has a symbol of adjuration on it. And it says the Mage's Emporium.
Hey guys, I gotta go do a thing real quick. I'll be right back. It's a magic shop. BRB. I missed a step.
I'll run behind Arvio.
We gotta go. Bye. And you're like, wait, skip.
I'll just turn to Grim and
Stop
say,
and go head towards that place.
yeah, I'll follow, but I'll just turn to Grim and say, I don't think this town sells any maps.
That's why it's always good to look.
Yeah.
And the two most chaotic members of this party exit stage right.
I love how you just escaped and Leah is the slowest walker and I'm just literally just wait.
You're just drowning in a sea of people. Please help. Please save
And then
me.
as we're walking, I'll turn to Grim and say, I wonder how Arvia is going to buy any of his materials. Does he have money on him?
I don't know what he carries on his person, but yeah. And when I said I'd help him buy stuff, and he just runs away from us, yeah, I know.
All right, so Leah and Arvio, you guys are heading inside, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Awen, Grim, and Yurik, you're gonna follow to the store, but wait outside.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Arvio, you walk in first, and you just see a scattering, some crates and barrels, some tables, some shelves of all kinds of magical components that you could think of that you might need for various spells. And across the way, kind of sitting there reading this book, you see this short half-elf female kind of look up. She got golden, dirty blonde hair, and she got these glasses on that she kind of pushes up her nose and tilts her head back and looks at you. And welcome to the Mage's Emporium. Anything I can do for you?
Oh, anything you could do for me. You could do me a damn solid. Do you have any diviners supplies?
And as you're saying that, Leah comes through the door, and you turn around, and your heart drops a little bit.
You're
Oh, hey.
probably gasping.
My heart does not drop. You have no idea what I'm thinking. I'm like, Leah, fantastic.
Yes, we have plenty. And she kind of guides you over to this area, and you can just see just tons of supplies that diviners would use.
Okay. I look for. Okay. Do you happen to have like a crystal ball in stock, or I need you obviously probably. I need supplies for the spell scrying. Are you familiar?
I'm not a practitioner, but I've heard of this spell. Do you not know what you need? Because I do have a book. I could look it up.
No. I know what I need. I just wanted to know if what. Okay. I either need a a crystal ball or like a very big mirror. I'm kind of going for the crystal ball mine because it's a little bit more mobile than the mirror, especially because I'm traveling around a lot.
Yes, I do happen to have 2 crystal balls.
Oh,
And she opens up this. It's not like the top, but she kind of opens the front of this crate like a door almost, and you can see this peak velvety cushion sitting there, and you see this nice white crystal ball, and next to it you see this purple one. 1,000 gold pieces for one of them.
all right. Well, let me contact somebody real quick. And I kind of. What? One moment. By the way, Leah, why did you like run after me so quickly?
I thought we were supposed to go to one of those together.
Oh, that's true.
Oh.
Sorry, I got excited. Leah starts choking. I feel. What are you doing? I'm going to.
Oh, hello, my dear. Would you like some taffy candy? She says.
No, thank you. I'll just with him looking around.
Anyway, I'm gonna cast sending to Grim.
As he does like looking around, do they have any staffs or anything of that sort, or just components?
And you look around, it's just all components.
Ah, okay.
And you cast your message. What does it say?
Found a crystal ball. Going to catch up with you real quick. Then we can return later. That's about. I'm counting this on my hands. That'll be enough. That'll be enough words. And then I send that shit.
All right, Grim, you're standing there mid-conversation with Awen. What are you two talking about? And Yurik, too, if she wishes to join.
About the maps.
All right, so Awen, Grim, and Eureka, you are all standing there having a conversation. All of a sudden, Grim, you hear this voice of Arvio pop into your head saying that.
Okay.
I believe you know you can respond to it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do I know? That's what I'm saying. Do I even know I can respond?
As in, have I told you this? You've probably seen me.
I've seen you do it, but I don't know if they can respond back.
Well, I feel like that would either be.
Can I do a gut check on this one?
Sure. I was trying to see what the spell says. But you can go ahead and roll me a wisdom while I'm looking at that. Okay, so it doesn't say what I thought it said, but with that, I mean, you think you might be able to? You've definitely seen him send it before.
Okay, I'm gonna walk inside.
Alright, you walk inside and you see him standing there with Leah and this other half-elf female.
I'm like, Arvio, you could have just did this. What do you need?
I could have just done what?
Walked out the door and told me this.
Oh, I thought you were handling Eric. I was trying to pop in real quick to see if they have what I needed and catch up. But yeah, okay. Crystal ball. I can use it to view anybody on this plane.
I think we've had this conversation before, but do you need anything from me?
Yeah.
Alright, let's walk up to him, so we're not kind of yelling.
It kind of costs 100 gold times 10. Super valuable, trust me. This will pay off in spades.
Well, from my recollection, I don't know if we have that much. It's probably going to be cutting it close.
I will put down at least 100 out of my own pocket because that's kind of all I have right now.
So was the shopkeeper about to say something or no?
She was, but you started talking and she held her tongue.
So it's 1,000.
It is 1,000.
Any way we can get that cheaper?
Maybe. I kind of turn to the shopkeeper. Is there any way we can trade in this magical component if I give you a magical item?
Depends on the item.
I pull out a bag of beans. If you plant, I have 7 beans in here. They're magic beans. And when you plant them and water them, they have a random effect. You can identify them if you like.
Yes, if you wouldn't mind, can I see them?
Absolutely. I will kind of just scoot them. I will kind of just hold them out to it.
She takes them and she kind of looks them over. And you can see her cast the spell. And yes, I can give you 400 for these.
Ooh, very good. That'll drop the price.
Or take 400 off, yes.
Yes, that's what I was thinking. What else do I have? Can't give you that. I'm like looking through all my stuff. I actually don't have. That's pretty much all I got as far as magical items I'm willing to give away.
No, I'll take this and 600 gold.
600 gold?
I'll pull out my bag of holding, 600 gold.
Alright, she takes and she places the bag of beans down kind of on the table and takes the money and walks it back. And as she's doing so, she says, you can pick out whichever one you like.
You said that there was a clear one and a purple one?
That is correct.
Alright, I'll take the purple one. That seems neat.
Alright, you now have a crystal ball.
I have an amethyst crystal ball. Huzzah!
Sorry, I keep forgetting that I put my mic on push to talk. But she puts the money away and she comes over and, is there anything else you need?
Nope.
Would you happen to have potions here, or do we have to go find somewhere else for those?
You will have to head over to Eben's Emporium, Potion Emporium, but
Thank you.
I could also, what are you looking for exactly?
Just some healing potions.
Oh yes, then Eben's Potion Emporium would be your best bet. He's just down the side street there, about 4 shops down.
To which side? Left or right?
Go out the door to the right and the first side street on the right of this building.
Okay, thank you.
I kind of like lean into Grim. Do you need another potion? Because I have one on me.
I mean, I used 2.
Okay, fair enough. Here's one at least, and I give him my healing potion, which is my last.
All right. She's walked over at this point and sat back down at the table and
Oh,
watched her put her gold away and pick up her book.
Thank you for
Be-
your
be-
this
oh, yeah. Sorry,
all
go on,
all
Grim.
cringely like thank you. Goodbye.
Before leaving, Leah would walk up to her once more and sorry to disrupt. Do you know by any chance where I could get more of stuffs like this, maybe? And I kind of take out my stuff of flowers, kind of show it in front of her.
What kind of staff is it?
Oh, well, it can grow a flower of any kind I want. But I was thinking maybe I could get something else, but I don't know where to get it. I've never been in the city before.
I'll stop and turn around, so I'm not walking out.
Are you looking for another flower staff or just magical staff in general?
I guess in general, just to look around, I guess.
I don't really know of anybody who sells magical items in particular, but if you want, I can put the word out and see if anybody has anything that they've kind of come across and wish to sell.
Oh, okay. So should I come in here like later on to check, or should I go somewhere specific?
Just come back tomorrow evening, and I will see what I can get together for you.
Okay, thank you. And she joins rest of the party.
Beautiful orb, glorious orb.
All right, will you all make your way outside into the city street where Awen and Ulrich have been talking?
Alright. Kinda wanna get some more potions before we deal with Uric, since it's down here to the right where we're going.
Yeah. How are you looking on money-wise, Grim?
We're fine. We got the main thing Arvia needed.
I have needed this for quite a while, yes. Thank you.
I was saying because of we still have that second part of our voyage. I can pay it, no big deal. But I just didn't know how short on funds we are.
We're not that short, unless we're gonna buy like really expensive items.
Gotcha.
All right, so you guys make your way along the building and you curve around into the side street she was talking about. And you're walking down. Eventually, you can see the sign there with looks like a cauldron on it and stuff coming out of it that says Ibn's Potion Emporium.
Here it is, guys. And I'll proceed to walk into the door if it's open.
It is open. Anybody else going?
Sure.
I will walk in.
Yeah, I'll go in.
Hey, if everyone comes in, then Leah will too.
All right, so you all enter this 2-story, half-timbered building. Find yourself just kind of standing in front of this counter. It's not very big. There's a lantern kind of hanging up, the shining light on. There's no windows on this place at all. But you are met with this pungent smell of obvious ingredients and, potions being made. And you see this halfling who is kind of just covered in talisman and charms, wearing these fine robes. And he's just standing there kind of like swirling something in a bottle. And as you all enter, he turns and looks and says, welcome to Ibn's Potion Emporium. What can I help you with?
Well, hello there. We're in need of some healing potions, some regular ones.
What kind? Just the healing potion?
Yes, unless anyone else here wants anything different as I look around.
Can you make me look like a man again? A male again? I've been
No.
cursed.
Yurik, we're gonna take care of that after this. It's okay.
I think you look bad this way.
I mean, it's his choice. Oh, I mean, sorry, her choice.
I have something to see if you can identify for me. And then in my backpack, I will pull out this unknown potion with a toe. Have no idea what it was, but it was Ava's stuff.
Toenail.
Toenail. Gotcha. And say, do you happen to know what this does or is?
I do not, but I can find out for you.
Please?
Takes it from you and swirls it around, kind of looks at it. He'll pop the top off and take his hand and waft it towards him and smell, and then he'll hold it up to his lips and take a little bit of a drink. And you'll see as he kind of twitches a bit and he puts it down. Seems to be some kind of strength potion. Judging by that huge toenail in there, it's probably a potion of giant strength. I mean, it's not that big of a toenail, so it's probably a hill giant.
Do you know what type of effects it would do? I know it gives you strength, but
I believe the hill giant strength potions usually make your strength, your muscles really big. As out of character DM, it changes your strength score to 21 for 1 hour.
okay.
I mean, you'll be able to pick up like boulders and hurl them. You'll be pretty strong.
I'll look at the group and say, do we need this potion?
Could come in handy, but at the moment, no.
Because I was thinking of just getting rid of it. That's why.
I have no objection. Does anyone else?
God, what would it be like to be able to lift furniture for once? But no, you should definitely sell it.
Yeah.
Maybe one day.
Or we can trade it
but,
in for some health potions, depending on how much she's asking for.
That's
true.
what I was thinking, was that.
Oh, for it's a he, by the way, but for just a regular health
Sorry.
potion, 115 gold pieces. It's sir. Say it wrong again.
Well,
For a regular health potion that's basic 115?
Yes, and that's a pretty common strength potion. So I could give you 60 for that.
Sorry, out of character. My girlfriend's trying to talk to me, so I'm saying she this whole time. And trying to talk to you guys.
Oh, it's fine. I just didn't know if you heard me or not. That's why.
Yeah, I did. It's just, she's trying to talk to me, so I'm trying to talk to you at the same time and engage.
Okay,
So it was confusing, sorry.
to clarify, he's giving me 60 gold for the strength potion, or
Correct.
okay. So I'll let Grim know. Go ahead and use his potion as a barter item for how many potions you want.
3. 3 regular healing potions.
Well, if you trade that in, your total will be 285 gold pieces.
And I'll get out of my personal wallet 285 gold.
Alright, he will take it, and he will also take the potion, and he stores them underneath the counter, and he turns and walks into the room behind him. And as he opens the door, you can see that he kind of got like a little cauldron back there and shelves and stuff just lined with potions. And you watch him pull off these 3 kind of almost purplish like potions, and as it shakes around, they kind of give off this faint glow and almost a heartbeat like glow. And he walks out and he puts them down. All right, there you go. 3 regular healing potions. No problem. Anything else? I have quite the collection.
That's all it from me, thank you, sir.
You sure? I could make you invisible, make you be able to breathe underwater. I could make you turn in. Well, not me, but my potions make you turn into a gaseous cloud form, or I mean, I even got some blood potions if you want one of those.
Actually,
Wow, that's not tasty. Anyway.
how much is the water breathing?
Let's see. Water breathing, being uncommon. The market for those, you're looking about 400 gold.
I think I'm gonna pass. Thank you.
I
No
have a
problem.
question.
I might have an answer.
What are the laws regarding love potions? Or, furthermore, do, do they make you somebody fall in love with you permanently, or is it more of a temporary thing?
It's more of a temporary thing.
Okay. Just curious.
Yeah, not. I mean, I'm sure if you got caught in the act of doing it, you'd probably be sent to the dungeons, but you have to be caught.
I don't think you need any more lovers there, Arvia.
I don't think I need this, dickhead. I don't think I ever needed this. I just wanted to ask about certain things. Moving on.
All right. Well, if you need anything else, I am always here. Unlike the hags, my house cannot get up and walk away. So just come back to Ibn's Potion Emporium.
Thank you. Have a
You
good,
get to the little
have a good
bow.
evening. And I'll
Wait a
bow back
minute.
and start heading out.
Wait, the hags?
Ah, yes. My grandfather used to tell me of this village he grew up in. Got attacked by a walking hag house. Had chicken legs coming out of it.
Oh God.
I don't really believe the story. It's just
How,
what he used to say.
Can we hear the whole story out of curiosity? Just, it sounds similar to something else I've heard, maybe a little bit, kind of.
He just used to live down south of here. A little halfling hobbit or village just kind of tucked away in a glade, and said one day this giant house with chicken legs came in, and the hag was standing on the front door casting spells on everybody. Said he barely got away with his life.
And out of curiosity, what was the name of this town?
I didn't have no name. Just a little halfling glade.
Okay, had to ask. Okay, great. Thank you for your service. Have a wonderful rest of your day.
You as well.
I'm waiting at the door. So.
Yep, no, you guys have found your way back out into this side street.
All right. Let's take care of you now, Ulrich.
Oh, Soltic, as we're walking, Leah would actively be looking around for work adverts, if possible.
More what?
Work adverts, if there's like, oh, we need someone to do something.
Okay, go ahead and give me a perception check. All right, so you guys continue walking down the city street, the main city street, which is thoroughly packed. As you were told, make your way to the temple. You're kind of looking around there, Leah, and you do not see any work adverts. You guys do come to this part where you can tell these buildings are much nicer. They're made from stone. It looks like polished stone. They're several floors tall, and then you kind of come across this courtyard, and there's just this giant, which you guys might have seen if you were trying to be observant walking around, but this giant tower that just reaches up into the sky. And so far, it's the tallest building that you've come across, and it is it's roughly a large tower that's probably a good 60-ish feet tall, and then it's inside of this courtyard that has these gates closed. And as you guys kind of walk by this, you're looking at it, you can see like the trees that were there are withering away. You see the plant life looks like it's withered away, and as you look at the building proper itself, there's like cobwebs and stuff kind of stretched over the doorway and the windows and the sconce where a torch would have sat at one point in time. Looks pretty uninhabited, but also a very impressive sight as you guys walk by it, going with the flow of the
Um,
traffic.
as we walking, those trees and plants in general, do they just look as they wither naturally, or is there like magic involved, perhaps, or plague or something of that sort? Can I investigate that?
Yeah, you can give me a nature check.
Okay.
So you kind of look them over, and this does not look like natural old age that plants suffer. It looks like life was sucked out of them. And as you're kind of like looking around, you get the feeling that there's something in there looking back at you, watching you.
I speak out aloud. We should probably avoid this place.
Oh, what place? What?
And I kind of point the direction of this building and the plants around it.
Isn't that where we need to go?
Am I missing something?
We need to go to a temple.
And this is just a house with the dead flowers.
Mm.
It's
something-
a giant 60-foot tower
Oh,
with a
tower.
courtyard,
Yeah.
Oh,
courtyard full of trees that are and plants that are withering away, or look
Mhm.
like they are withering away. And it has a gate and fence around it.
okay.
Well, Leah, I understand. Obviously, they have a really shitty lawn care, and I can understand why you
Oh,
would take offense to that.
this feels way worse than bad caring. Trust me.
Okay, we'll avoid it.
Well, would you like to elaborate, or would you like to be
There
obtuse
is
and
there
ominous?
is there is something very unnatural about this place.
Unnatural, you say?
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
Guess it's time for the ghost phasers. I'm kidding.
I pull out a fucking ecto. I pull out a Ghostbusters proton pack. I ain't afraid of those ghosts. Bah! Just kickles in the snow.
All right.
Well, this
we'll
isn't
go
the
ahead
place
and-
that we're supposed to be going, right?
No,
Hmm.
it's
All right. We'll just avoid it and continue on our way.
I wonder if that homeless lady lived there. Well, that'd kind of be an oxymoron, wouldn't it?
All right, so you guys continue down past all these nice elaborate houses. Eventually, you're walking and you see this to your right. You see this giant field, almost like a park of some type, and you can see up on this hill these walls and this building sticking up above it that you assume to be the castle. Definitely has a heavy guard presence about it outside the gate and on the walkway up to it. But you come to this point here and you see this very tall, very large building capped in a golden dome, just sitting in the middle here. You can see people walking around who look to be wearing robes and other priestly attire, tending to people and talking to like small groups.
Well, we head towards that, the priesty stuff.
Oh, yay. Temple.
Alright, so you walk up into the open area, and there's just these kind of small groups where they have somebody talking to them, and you're kind of just looking around, making your way in when somebody kind of perks up and notices you, and this young male walks over, kind of got his arms folded into the sleeves of his cloak, and he's like, yes, greetings, children. All are welcome here, all deities too. How can we help you?
Hello, I'm Grim. What's your name?
No, we kind of give those up, but I used to be called Illilith.
Okay. What would you prefer to be called then? Or it's just okay. Well, our problem here is with our friend Ulrich here. He is cursed, as assumably cursed. He is now a woman when he was normally a man.
I see, and you do not wish to be this anymore. And he looks over
No,
at you.
no, I do not.
All right, well, whatever you wish it to be. Cursed, you say?
That is indeed what the shopkeeper said.
All right. Well, for a donation of 50 gold pieces, I can take care of that for you.
And I'll reach into my bag and give him 50 gold pieces.
All right. And he pulls his one hand out of the sleeves and reaches out, takes it, and takes the other hand, and he puts it upon Ulrich's shoulder and says, "Now they're not pressuring you into this, are they? I mean, if you feel
No.
comfortable this way."
No, I prefer to have my male parts back.
All right. Well, and he kind of takes his hand back, and you see him kind of do a motion with his hand. Almost looks like he's drawing some kind of symbol, and he mutters something else that's I don't think any of you speak Celestial.
Not yet.
All right, so none of you understand him, and then eventually you all watch as there's kind of just glow around Ulrich, and then it just becomes so blindingly bright, and then just immediately stops, and you all see Ulrich as his original form standing there.
Ah, wonderful.
Anything else we can do for you in return for a donation?
Nope.
To watch over you all, and he gives a slight bow and turns and walks away to some other people entering the
Thank
temple.
you.
Well, I hope not. Let's leave.
Wow, Arvio.
I was very quiet.
It's fine.
All right.
What
At
time
this-
is it? Yeah, I was gonna ask.
Yeah, at this point in time and day, you guys have been walking around for a while, talking to people. It is heading into evening. Sun's definitely starting to creep down. Shadows are getting longer.
Should we head back to the ship and
Head back to the ship, inform the captain, get something to eat, and probably pass out until wait a couple days, I guess.
Yep.
Since we have to wait for Ulrich's armor and come back to the other place for those magical items.
Yeah.
All right, you guys talked about it. You actually doing it?
I'm gonna take time to attend to my weapon when we get the chance.
All right, well, you guys make your way back and find yourself on the ship again. As you get there, the cargo and the wagon that you had escorted there, and you were watching them unload and load into the ship, all that's been taken care of. So at this point, everything seemed kind of settled down. As you walk on, you have Zalthul and Brun. They kind of greet you and welcome back. So you ready to set off or not?
Ulrich here has commissioned some armor, so it's gonna take about 4 days for that to get completed. So we're gonna be staying in port for until at least his commission's done, and once that's done, we're ready to go.
All right. Well, you just let me know. Most of the crew's out's enjoying their stay, so.
Sure enough.
Everything okay there, Ulrich?
Oh, yes.
All right. Well, if you need anything, let me know. I will be in my quarters.
Will do.
Yeah, he turns and he walks back away. You guys are now standing on the main deck of the ship.
I just got an idea.
What's
Arvio.
up? Yeah.
That bag of devouring, we can get rid of it now.
We could. It'd be a good way to get some extra money, unless you had another idea.
No, that's what my idea was. Get rid of it now.
Okay. I'm sure we could do that. We have a few days to do it.
We are gonna meet up for some magical items, so it'll help us get some more money. We just, we have enough for maybe one good item. Maybe something for Leah if it's a staff or a weapon that she needs of magical origin.
I was actually looking around if anyone in city would have needs some help with pests, maybe, or something like that. I could take care of that.
With pests?
Yeah, if like a tavern have some rats or something to take care of, I could probably deal with that.
You gonna turn into a cat and eat them?
I'm on good at things, I suppose.
Just don't be scaring anybody now like you did on the boat.
I'll turn into something smaller. Okay.
Yeah.
Like a
Um,
tarantula.
I'm slightly curious about that fighting pit. I might get on that. for a
Whoa,
little
we
bit.
don't know if it's a fighting pit.
I don't know, but I'm curious of what's going on. We're making money around here.
We'll.
We could try this drinking contest that Ulrich mentioned.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
He is himself again, so.
I wonder if you would need somebody to know that knows the tongue to get into the fighting pit.
Yeah, but we're not going to be selling him.
Obviously. Do we really need to go over this again? Jeez.
I don't know. You
It's
seemed
not-
really tempted there, Arvio.
It seems it's starting to get insulting. Quit it.
I'm going to head down the below deck, and I'm going to attune to my item. I'm going to attune to a few things. The Medallion of Thoughts, my packed weapon, and I'm going to put some stuff away in the portable hole,
Mm.
and then take a rest. That's what I'm going to
I am gonna grab Leah.
Oh no.
Yes. It's happening. It's like, hey Leah, can I talk to you in private for a second?
Okay.
Fantastic.
Off character, let me prepare my spells, just in case.
All right.
As you go down, Awin, it is much more compact down here with all this cargo that they put in here. So it's a little harder to find a place to put out your portable hole unless you want to move the beds around.
do. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll start moving stuff around to make it where I can at least open it.
All right, as you're moving the beds around, you go to move Leah's bed, and as you kind of flip it away, you see your hammer sitting there and some coiled up rope.
Perfect.
What was
Want me
the
to roll initiative on that?
Wow.
I'll roll initiative. Let's go.
No, you see your hammer sitting there. You see the coiled up rope. You also see a bag sitting there as well.
A bag?
Yep.
Probably full of bones.
You investigate the bag.
No, I'm.
All right, no reason to roll initiative. It's just a pile of stuff that was sitting underneath Leah's bed.
I'm gonna look around the ship. I'm looking around in this room. Is anybody here?
Nah, you look around, you don't see anybody.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk back up.
Okay, so you walk up, you see that Arvio has pulled away Leah, and you see Ulrich and Grim kind of stand there figuring out what they want to do. Which Grim and Ulrich, what are you two doing?
Standing there.
I'm going to go ask if I can go into the bird's nest for a little bit. Since we're here and no one's going to be up there, I'm not going to let everyone know that's where I'm going to go up.
Before you go up, I'm gonna stop you. Say, I found those items that were missing.
Oh, from the thing from earlier?
Yeah, and it's underneath Leah's bed.
Are you just saying this out loud?
Mhm.
I look over at Leah.
Do I hear this? Am I close enough?
I thought they were walking away. That's why.
I am. We are walking.
They're walking away. That's why I'm asking if they can hear it.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
I mean, you're not trying to say it quietly, right?
If Leah was there and I saw that, I would have said it quietly. Yes.
Okay, then you don't hear it, Leah.
Okay.
I'm like, are you sure it's her?
Yeah.
I don't think she would do that.
I don't think it's her, but it's definitely underneath her bed. She was with us the whole time, and nothing was out of the ordinary in the beginning.
Did we check under the beds last time? I know I moved mine around.
I'm thinking with just the off shifts alone, people being in the room would be hard to do that.
True. So you have my bag?
No.
Deal, you left it down there?
Yeah, I got spooked.
Okay. Well, I guess we know where it is when we go back down there.
Yeah.
Alright, Arvio, Leah, you two have walked away. Go for it.
All right, Leah, I do believe that now that I have everything I need,
Okay.
you wanted me to find somebody?
Yes.
Yes. May I please have the letter?
Will you hold on to it better than the last time?
We're not on a windy ship, so it'd be very easy, actually.
Okay. I'm slowly passing the letter to him.
All right. And here's the thing. Now let's see if I can't find your mother.
Okay, and I'm rolling. Okay.
Fucking triggered me.
You know what? I'm not gonna give you benefit of the. I'm not rolling wisdom because I have too high of a modifier. I'm gonna roll a gut check to make it more 50-50.
It's still wisdom.
That's still
Oh,
wisdom. What the
crap.
fuck are you
Okay.
talking about?
I got damn it. Okay. You're lucky I got +4 to this.
Huh?
Okay. God damn it. Okay. I'm putting my staff up against your throat.
Is it just a fiery staff?
I mean, it's made of wood, so you still feel the pressure.
Make a flower in your throat.
Oh no. I kind of like looked at the staff back up at you. Would you like to try it again with a knife?
Where did you hear that?
From the letter, obviously.
How? And Leah is not being quiet, by the way.
You
So,
okay?
I just gotta know, where did you guys go?
I wanted to make sure that she wasn't anywhere near anybody else because I wanted to respect her privacy.
So, like, did you walk up to the front of the ship, walk down below?
Oh no, we're all. If I could make it happen, we'd be off the ship because people would be bustling about that place.
Oh, the ship is dead quiet. It was just the captain and the first mate. If you go off the ship onto the dock, that's gonna be super busy.
Oh well. Then I guess we're in the canteen or something. Would that be private enough?
I mean, she's still saying it loudly, so.
Yeah.
Look,
So
Look, I'm just. It doesn't really matter.
Ow!
Huh.
well, you guys
Leah,
can hear Leah yelling from up above.
Well, Leah, you know that I'm a diviner wizard, correct? I've said this before.
So what?
Do you know what a diviner does?
No!
Okay. A diviner, what that does is I can see things other people can't see. That includes seeing invisibility, looking into magic, seeing across the realm, and one of our little parlor tricks as well is being able to understand any language.
Shit. Anyone, I kind of swing and it kind of. I imagine him ducking underneath.
Yeah.
Why didn't you tell me?
I thought you knew. I thought you were like you probably picked up on that.
No one was supposed to read this.
Grim, do you also follow Awen? Grim?
Sorry, I had to plug in my headset. So what now?
Do you also follow Awen?
No. I wanted to go up on the...
Okay, even though you can hear yelling coming from below?
Yep.
Okay, and Yurik?
I would follow.
Okay,
I would-
Yurik and Awen, you guys go down and you see Arvio and Leah arguing. with Leah holding her staff up to Arvio, and then she swings it at Arvio. Continue on Arvio.
It's
I will attempt to grab. I would like to rush over and try to grab the staff before he gets hit.
She's already missed, but if you want to still run over and try to grab it, it'd be a grapple check.
All right. Grapple.
So I need you to roll athletics or acrobatics, Leah, and then Auric, I need you to roll athletics.
Acrobatics.
You can do it.
Please do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Matrix.
And she's
Can't
just
hit
dodging.
for shit, but can't get hit for shit.
Yeah, she's dodging out of your way, and her fury is set on Arvio.
I rush over there and try putting myself between Arvio and Leah and say,
Don't
what,
get involved. This is private matter.
I
This
know
is-
it's a private matter, but calm down, please.
This will not kill him. It could just hurt him very much.
We're still on the ship, correct?
Yep.
Leah,
Yes.
please don't cause any problems on the ship.
We can go outside.
If you guys want to take this to the docks and off the ship, by all means, go for it. But let's not start a fight here on this ship.
Yeah, he's still pointing the stuff at Arvio. Let's go outside.
Why are you trying to beat me up? I'm trying to help you, you crazy bitch!
Because we're deceiving scoundrel that didn't tell me shit.
I can't hear you! Your voice is currently at an octave I can't perceive! I'm sure the dogs of the neighborhood can hear you, though! Fuck!
What happened here?
Leah, would you like to explain?
He read a private message that he was not supposed to.
Arvio, is this true?
Yes. Would you like the context?
If you do that, I'm gonna kill you.
You're already trying to throw me under the bus. I should at least be able to defend my point.
How did Arvio get this private message?
She literally handed it right to me.
Because he nobody can read this. How is he able to read this?
May I answer that question, Leah, without you screaming your head off? Actually, I already answered this. I'm a diviner. Did you know? Like out of the fox, diviners, like as a thing, comprehending and reading every language is literally like a parlor trick.
Oh, now I know.
Yes.
That doesn't mean I'm not upset.
Evidently.
Leah, I know you're upset. Arvio, you should apologize because you dove into private matters. This is starting to get ridiculous on this, and I'm starting to feel like this was part of the reason why was going on before we started this journey. And I'm referring to that incident that happened on the boat.
That actually didn't have anything to do with me. That
Oh,
one,
of course it doesn't. No, nothing ever is connected to you.
Actually, what ended up happening is you ended up getting your letter. You scuttled away. Then you decided to take issue with a crewmate. It literally
Because he
had
tried
nothing-
to steal it.
So you
Okay.
admit it had nothing to do with me.
Well, you lost it from your grasp.
Because it's windy. What do you want? It's the fucking open sea.
So it's Wind's fault then. Yes, okay, it's nothing to do with you.
You're such a brat.
Too real.
There's something funny about
I'm just
it.
pinching the bridge of my nose and just like I'm dealing with children.
Why do you think Grim did not go down there?
Furthermore, if you want me to help you find that person, it's best that I know all that I can.
Well, how about you ask first and explain that you can do those things before you do those things, and then I found out later.
Like the entire itinerary on everything I could do.
Okay, Leah,
Yes.
relax. He's trying to help you.
Okay, I'm putting the stuff away, okay?
Arvio, apologize.
On the threat of being pollinated by your staff, I apologize for looking in on your You're not here. Shut the fuck up. Go back to your gross staff. On the threat of being pollinated by your staff, I apologize for looking up on your letter.
I'll take it for now.
Okay, then I won't sky it.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you're taking the letter?
No, I'm letting you keep it to do your thing.
Oh, okay. So you're taking the apology.
Oh, wait.
Oh yeah, I'm taking it for now. Yeah.
All I know is that there's a letter that she finds very personal, and Arvio's handing it back. She goes, "No, you can have it."
you
I
can,
look-
you
I
still,
look
I'm
back-
confused.
I look
At
back
this
at
point.
Haywood. I look back at Haywood like, what the fuck? I see what I deal with. See what
you
I'm
still,
dealing
I
with.
still want you to do the thing, but don't get into the details of the letter.
I mean, a bit late for that one. But
Okay.
Oh.
Arvio, for now on, just ask for permission on private matters. If you're gonna delve into this, that's what I would say.
All right, Leah. When it comes to you, I will ask permission.
Well, you should ask everyone, not just me.
That's correct.
Yes. You
Yes.
don't want to upset someone like Grim or Ulrich, because they might actually cut you in half.
What does that staff
I would-
do anyway? By
I
the
would
way?
never cut Arvio in half.
No, he'd cut me in the bite-sized chunks so that I could be properly served to the crew. Obviously.
Okay, you guys deal with this. It seems like the situation's calmed down.
All right. Do you hang around, or do you give them their privacy, Ulrich, as Awen walks away?
Yeah. I walk away.
All right, so Arvio and Leah, you two find yourself in private again. Awen, as you're leaving, you kind of glance over at the first mate's door and you see Zalthor standing there, just staring at all you guys. And as he sees you, he just kind of locks eyes with you and then closes his door. Go ahead, Arvio. Or go ahead, Awen.
Yeah. As he sees me and I see him, I just do an apologetic bow to him.
All right, other than locking eyes with you, he doesn't seem to acknowledge it.
That's fine. And then I tell everybody, if you're gonna fight or do anything on this boat, people are sleeping. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna go back downstairs and pick up the shit that was underneath Leah's bed.
Alrighty. Arvio and Leah, what are you two doing now?
I'm going to sit down on one of the benches, kind of turn back to Leah and go, what does that staff do anyway?
It creates flowers.
So, okay, you were threatening me with a staff of create flowers.
Oh no, I was going to choke you with it.
How the fuck were you going to choke me with it?
You press something against someone's throat and then press them against the wall and just hold really tight.
You don't have the muscle mass for that.
Neither do you.
So I would know. It takes one to know.
As I'm hearing this conversation walking, take it off the boat.
We're up in the fucking canteen, like, put him up. Put him the fuck up. Fine, let's get this over with.
Fine.
Fine. I'm gonna cast a spell before we're both devolve in the fucking bratty sibling arguing.
All right.
So, yeah.
So you pull out the ball and you set it down. However, Arvio wishes to set up his little area. He begins to cast the spell. It takes 10 minutes. As it comes to an end,
I'm using the letter as a modifier, in an attempt to. It's probably not great, Because right now it's like likeness or picture, body part, lock of hair, or the like, or something that was like personal to them. It's probably not a great modifier. But hey, I'm still trying.
Yeah, so you're sitting there and you kind of have that in one hand and you're just focusing on this purple crystal ball and you're looking through it and all of a sudden you just feel as you get snatched up and then you see yourself sitting there looking at this ball and all of a sudden you're just flying through the flooring of the ship upwards into the sky and you can see the boat at first start to get small and then the docks and the city then the land and everything around it and you're just getting ripped off into the sky it seems like and eventually your vision becomes dark and you find yourself just in this purple swirling vortex of all these different like little stars off in the distance and all these different gastral bodies just kind of moving around you and you're trying to focus very hard and all of a sudden you just seem to run into a wall and it's almost this mental shock for you as you do so you kind of gasp a little bit and then you reel back and you open your eyes and you're just sitting there staring into the crystal ball again.
Damn it.
What is it?
It didn't work. It wasn't close enough. Usually I would require like a personal item, a likeness, or a piece of something, like a lock of hair.
You mean by personal item?
That might, I mean, yes, but like that, I don't think it would be
Something that belonged to the person?
Sure, but I think it would be better if I had a likeness or something that was actually from them, like a hair or a nail. I have an idea. Don't freak out. I kind of reach to like the back of my neck, and I have something. I have an item, DM, that I have not used for this entire campaign called
Oh wow.
Tattoo of the Masquerade.
Yes.
Which, when I unequip it, the needle comes out of my skin. And in order to re-equip it, I would literally need to stab myself with the needle again and wait an hour. So I am unequipping this item as Leah sees Arvio like reach to the back of his neck and like pull out a needle like it's from nowhere. And he turns to you and it's like, I'm gonna need you to stick this in your skin somewhere.
Why?
Let me explain. This right here is a little magical item called a Tattoo of the Masquerade. I used to use this a lot to get away from, guards, so I didn't get turned into an undead abomination, as you do. What it does is you can disguise yourself as anybody you would like, as long as you're attuned to it once a day. The way you equip it is you stab it into your skin, and it will slowly attune to you over the course of an hour.
Okay, and how is that supposed to work?
Well,
What do you want me? Yeah.
A likeness of your mother would be very helpful for me to find her in the first place.
So you want me to stab myself and think of her?
No, I want you to stab yourself, attune to the item, and then disguise yourself as your mother so I can use it for reference to find out where she is.
Okay, I try. I'll take the needle.
You don't need to stab it into your neck. I just put it there because I thought it looked hot.
Okay.
All right, so you take this needle and you painfully dig into your skin, and then you watch as it just slips out of your fingers and burrows itself into your skin. And then what are you thinking about at the moment as it's doing this?
Well, trying to follow his instructions, so I guess I'm just trying to think really hard about the last time I saw how my mom looks like.
Oh, and for the record, you don't need to do it right now because I totally can't cast that spell again until like tomorrow.
Well, too late.
Oh, well, okay.
So you watch as it goes into your skin and it turns into this black dot, and slowly these lines just start to form out from it into the image of your mother, and now you have a tattoo of your mother on you.
Oh.
but it is going to take you an hour before you're attuned to it.
Whoops.
And suddenly we're
You can't see. All right. So while you guys are doing that, Ulrich, what do you go and do?
I've just been watching them the entire time, making sure nobody's gonna kill each other.
I thought you
Oh.
said you left.
I did too.
Yeah.
But if you want to be in the kitchen spying on from around the corner, then
All right,
I guess
yeah.
sure.
No,
I didn't
I
say
think
I was leaving.
I was the one that said I was leaving and going back downstairs and picking up the items.
I thought I asked if you were going to leave them alone, and you said you were.
Yeah, that's what
But
I heard as well.
Yeah.
yeah, but it don't matter.
Okay, yeah. All right, yeah. Oh, you're correct. I did say that. Then I would make my way to the kitchen and start trying to
Okay.
organize the supplies and all that.
Sounds good. Grim, you're sitting up in one of the crow's nests. There's it's a 4-mast ship, so there's a couple.
Yep.
The cells are down, so you have clear sight of everything. You just out here hanging out.
I'm gonna try to sit down and like secure myself to it, and I'll be meditating and playing. Like, I'll be casting my echo and just meditating with it, seeing what else I could do with it, kind of thing.
All right. And Awen, what are you doing as you head back downstairs?
I guess moving the beds and then picking up the items. I will sit down and meditate on the heavy crossbow to make it my packed weapon.
Alrighty. You guys are going to go into and through the night. Anything in particular people want to do before the dawn of the next day?
Attuned to the medallion of thoughts as well.
All right, how many items do you have that you're attuned to?
Just one, I believe.
All right, no problem. You make the crossbow, the heavy crossbow, your new packed weapon, and you also attune to the medallion. But you guys,
I will
Go-
also, sorry,
go ahead.
go ahead. I will also say that after that whole finagle, where I made Leah stab herself with a magic needle, I'm going to kind of go below deck and try to figure out how to put on like the studded leather armor, because this is also new to RVO. All of this.
all right, you go down. You spend some time with the armor and kind of putting it on. Turns out to be a lot like normal shirt as you put it on. A little different though, some things about it, but you get used to it fairly
Yeah.
quickly.
Cool, great. Now my intestines are significantly less vulnerable.
All right, so you guys go into the night. Obviously, you will have Ulrich make you some food. You guys will gather to eat it, and then you head to your respectful sleeping / meditation spots. You go throughout the night. It is definitely loud. City that never sleeps. It does quiet down a bit, but you can still hear people like yelling and people moving stuff around. You can hear like wagons crashing and stuff spilling out into the water and people yelling and cursing. And then you can also hear the ruckus coming from the street itself. But eventually you guys manage to lull into a sleep or meditation. You wake up to a breakfast again by Ulrich. And it is now another day. So what do you all wish to do now that you are day 2 in the city of Ostium?
Oh,
That's true. Well,
so yeah, something just to be clear, I would like try to turn back into Leah as soon as I can. I'll definitely would try to hide if I actually turn into image of my mom.
All right. Well, you do not turn into an image of
Okay.
your mom. She
Okay.
is tattooed onto your arm.
Okay, so
But you, having attuned to it, you know that you can now use magic to disguise yourself as your mother or
okay.
anybody that you
Mhm.
wish.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, just making sure I don't want to go out as a completely different person.
But you're still
Alright.
yourself. You just now have a tattoo on you.
Okay.
I guess while we're sitting down and eating something, I will say, I have one of Ava's cloaks that seems magical. Don't know if anybody wants it or not.
May I please see it?
Sure.
Isn't it Sherbrooks?
Was it Sherbrooks? No.
Originally.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was Sherbrooks, yeah.
And I'll say that I'm like, that was Sherbrooks.
Well, I gotta pull it out, so I go below deck, move the beds, and open up the portal, and then take out the Cloak of Elvenkind.
Now, here's the real question. Being as it's a magical item, does it adjust to the size of its use?
Yes.
Okay. Fantastic. I was like, oh, yeah, I remember him using this. Don't remember exactly what it did, though. Let me check.
Who?
And I'll,
Ava?
well, it
Sure.
wasn't Ava's originally.
Who's Sherbrooke?
Sherbrooke is,
The one that died.
yeah.
Nobody died.
I have his ashes right here in the bag of holding.
I
Why do you
forgot.
have somebody's ashes in your bag of holding?
Because I'm gonna. I forgot about it until now. Then I'm probably just gonna release his ashes into the sea.
Okay. Awen's completely confused on what you're talking about.
And just accept that somebody died and we still have yet to scatter his ashes. How's that sound?
It sounds great.
Fantastic. Moving on.
Yeah, it's a
I
great
cast
cloak.
Identify.
Okay, you identify it as a cloak of Elvenkind. I dig through and see whose character sheet it's on.
Save us.
Would probably use this.
I already have one, the cloak of protection, so I don't need one.
One second. I'm pulling up what this thing does. Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah, so while you wear it, your wisdom perception checks made to see you have disadvantage, and you have advantage on stealth checks made to hide. And you can also shift the color of it.
I could probably use this a lot.
Also, pulling the hood up requires an action.
Yes. Is it alright if I use this instead?
I have no use for it, so
Alright.
Like I said, I already have a cloak. Well, two of them.
Alright, so Arvio kind of just puts on the cloak and with like the studded leather armor and like the cloak itself, I think at this point he doesn't look like a wizard anymore. Alright. Well, I'll probably focus on this for an hour after breakfast. What's the plan for today?
Plan.
What Leo's asking for.
Yeah, I need to go back to that one shop we've been with the components to ask if the lady found some staffs for sale.
Right, and we should probably get the bag of devouring to be able to sell that in exchange. Depending.
All right. Well, how about we go ahead and end the session here for the night, and we can pick up on what you guys are going to do on this new day to next Saturday.
yeah, that works.
Awesome.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah,
Hope
works
you all
out
had
perfectly.
fun. See you all in a week.
Yep. See
Yeah.
you guys
Yeah.
next week.
Unless I see Sotik in Final Fantasy 14, in which case we will fucking see.
I mean, you ran up to me and like gave me an invite, started dancing, and then you just went offline.
Yeah, that's my computer overheated.
Wow.
It's totally what happened, yeah, because like my computer was like, "Do you like playing at 4 frames per second?" I'm like, "No," but it's like, well, time to do it anyway. Oh,
Oh, we shall see. I've somewhat enjoying the game, but we'll see.